Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking live from Gravette, Arkansas tonight for tonight's matchup between the Prairie Grove Tigers and the Gravette Lions. I'm Lynn Gregson, and with me tonight, as always, Zach Arn. Zach, tonight, I think tonight we're going to start seeing the conference start to shape up a little bit. This is a key conference game. If I'm thinking of what at this point would be perceived as the top four, this is the first matchup between the top four as Prairie Grove and Gravette play tonight.
It's the first game in what would be a four-game round robin between Prairie Grove, Shiloh, Gravette, and Pea Ridge, who suddenly snuck into that group. And you know, we've got the big one this week, and like you said just a little while ago, this is we're running the gauntlet here. We've got those teams right in a row, and then you've got the bottom half of the conference towards the end of the season. So next couple of games are mighty important in Tiger Town.
Where they are going to be very important, and tonight, I'm looking at the Gravette, and from what I hear, they're very big on the offensive line. And tonight can the speed of the Prairie Grove defense, can they be quicker tonight than the Gravette Lions line?
It's it's the old axiom: big and physical means slow. and Prairie Grove can play the big game. You can drop Dylan Sainer and Jack Stone and Boyd Sparkman in there, and then your smallest guy's 240 pounds. They can play the quick game if you want to. Gravette's going to have their hands full. Had a chance to watch a lot of their video. Have looked fantastic the last 3 weeks. First week against Pottsville, they really struggled with the physicality that Pottsville brings. So, Prairie Grove probably looks a little bit more like Pottsville than Lincoln. So, it's going to be interesting to see what Gravette can do. Their offensive line really struggled against the Apache.
Yeah, well, I think the one thing about Gravette, though, every team every year has a game like that I would call a mulligan, and they just like to have one back. And from what I've been able to gather, that's what Gravette feels like about, hey, if we could just have that Pottsville game back. It was our first game. We've learned a lot about ourselves since then. I think tonight's contest is going to be, I think it's going to be a very close first half, and then I think from there we'll be able to evaluate how this thing's going to go down to the back half.
Gravette's they're on a 3-game winning streak, and they've played very, very well the last couple of games. And you've really got to look at the competition they played. They're combined 4-8, so we really don't know what you and I have our opinions on Lincoln. They played at Jay, Oklahoma, and none of these teams are very good. So we don't really know a lot about Gravette. They seem to think they've gotten everything ironed out. They haven't seen a team like Prairie Grove. I promise you that. The size that Prairie Grove will bring, the physical nature that Prairie Grove will bring. So, I think it's going to be high scoring. I think both teams are going to get into the 30s. And as I've pointed out to you many, many times, Prairie Grove now 29-0 when they get to the 30-point mark.
Well, when we talk about winning games, in Prairie Grove's last two outings have been fairly
comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, we've mercy ruled the last two games. The starting defense has not given up a touchdown. Now, Huntsville scored in late in the game when we were in the mercy rule time frame, but it's been neither team the past couple weeks, I would say that it's not that I'm taking anything away from those other teams as much as the competition is stepping up tonight for both opponents tonight.
Yeah, and you and I have talked about this. You throw away the first quarter against Farmington, you put and then you take the third team out of here. Prairie Grove's given up about 40 yards total offense a quarter over that span. So Prairie Grove's gotten some things figured out. I think tonight it's going to come down to three guys on the defensive side of the ball. It's going to come down to Dakota Hutchinson, Reed Orr, and Jack Stone. Those three guys have been really hard to block the last couple of weeks. And if Gravette can't find an answer for those three, they're going to have an awfully hard time running the football with their running back, Cedric Duarte, who ran for 1,200 yards last year. He's almost to the 1,000 mark this year, but didn't have a great game against Pottsville, has really lit it up the last couple of weeks, and, we'll see what happens tonight.
Okay, we're going to take a break here, and we'll come back and have a look around the league, and then which is sponsored by Everett Chevrolet. We'll be back after this.
If you're looking for America's most dependable, long-running, full-size truck, then you're looking for the Chevy Silverado. And you'll find a fantastic selection at Everett Chevrolet right off of I-49. But right now, they're excited about the totally redesigned Tahoe and Suburban. If you're looking to move your small team around, you can do it in style with Everett Chevrolet. And you'll also find two of America's favorite sports cars there, the Chevy Camaro and the Corvette Stingray. New or used, you'll find it at customer-friendly, family-owned Everett Chevrolet, I-49 and Elm Springs Road in Springdale.
Okay, as we look around the league, first let's start in, I think, in Huntsville tonight. The Shiloh Christian Saints, who is Prairie Grove's opponent next week, they take on Huntsville. Zach, just thoughts about that game?
Well, prior to last week, I thought Huntsville looked pretty good, and they got pretty well handled by Prairie Grove last week. Shiloh should win the game. They probably got better athletes at almost every position, but game is in Huntsville. That's a long drive out there. And, if anybody's going to do it, if anybody's going to give Shiloh that kind of problem this early in the season, it could be Huntsville. They play a physical style. Shiloh's not the biggest group in the world, but, if I'm putting money on it, let's go with Shiloh.
Yeah, I think Shiloh, I would see them pulling away at some point. Just I think offensively and the style of offense they have, I think that's going to give Huntsville problems tonight. Pea Ridge and Lincoln. Pea Ridge kind of have established themselves in more of the top part of this league. Thoughts on that game, Zach?
They look a lot like the team in 2012. Running the ball really well. They've got Shane Ivey back running the ball, and they've looked fantastic. Now they're going to get into the meat of their schedule starting next week, and we'll probably learn a lot more about them. But Lincoln's young. We don't quite. They're not quite there yet. But that's a game that could go either way. If Pea Ridge isn't on top of their game, Lincoln could pull off a surprise.
And I think that definitely for me would be a surprise because just the way Lincoln started out, and they lost so much from a year ago that and Pea Ridge, they gave us all we wanted last year. A lot of those guys are back, and I think Pea Ridge probably takes that one. And then the other game in the league tonight, Berryville and Gentry. I have no idea what you think about that, but I'd like to hear that.
This is your 1-4A tickle fight of the week. I guess if things really get testy, they'll do each other's hair at halftime. These teams just aren't very good. And somebody has to win because a conference game can't end in a tie, so go Berryville. Look, these teams, Gentry's in the same boat Lincoln was in. They lost a lot of talent from last year's playoff team, and Berryville's Berryville. So, I picked them as my surprise team last year. And, that blew up in my face. So
well, Berryville, the thing with this year's team, Shiloh just went up there, jumped on them real quick last week, 43-0 from what I heard from that. It literally, Shiloh scored every time they got the ball. It was just a
a pillow fight.
It was so that will be, but there has to be a winner there tonight. And that winner,
conference game can't end in a tie, so somebody's got to win.
And with Lincoln and with Huntsville, which I think of those four that we've kind of separated the teams, Huntsville, I think Huntsville's probably the tougher of those four teams that are currently 0-1 in the conference.
Those four teams are going to be fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah,
so all of those games are really, really important.
And I think when you think about that, that game tonight with Gentry and Berryville could very well play into a conference fifth position and a possible bid. Well, we're 8 minutes and 30 seconds away from kickoff, and
weather tonight is absolutely gorgeous. As I talked to Coach Absher prior to the game, he is absolutely thrilled with the weather. It's cool. It's in the 50s. It's supposed to go down into the 30s tonight. Clear skies. If you've never had a chance to come up here to Gravette to watch a football game, this is a phenomenal facility. Really not a bad seat in the house except Horstein's, where he's behind a wall. But other than that, it's just a fantastic place to come watch a game.
Well, he's got the screen in front of him, so he'll be able to see the game. He'll just be watching like he's like the rest of them that's watching.
He'll nod off about halftime.
And the game day conditions brought to you by the Prairie Grove Christian Church. We're going to take a break and come back, and we'll get ready just about for time for the kickoff.
Love God, love others, and serve others. The simple motto of Prairie Grove Christian Church. Whether it's supporting missionaries in Japan or on the Ivory Coast of Africa or doing mission work in Guatemala or building homes in Mississippi or Alabama or the fun for the entire family of Upward Basketball, you'll find the members seeking to show our love for God through our love for our neighbors. If you're looking for a church home, we invite you to experience PGCC firsthand. We have convenient service times with services on Sunday at 9 and 10:30. And trust us, we have plenty of activities for the kids. Prairie Grove Christian Church, serving Western Washington County and beyond. Love God, love others, and serve others. Prairie Grove Christian Church. Just bought that first home or maybe the first new car and you want it properly covered. Think Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence. Or maybe you just welcomed into the world that little gift of a child. You want to make sure that their future's secure. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Let's face it, you want someone local, someone that you know, someone that can be by your side when you need them to be there. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Home, life, auto, RV, boat, motorcycle insurance. Think Mark Spence, your local Shelter Insurance agent. Call 846-2999. That's 846-2999. Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence proudly support Tiger athletics and activities.
Car-Mart of Northwest Arkansas. Come on down and see why Car-Mart continues to earn the repeat business with so many customers. Prairie Grove All Sports Booster Club represents our kids' sporting events grades K through 12. Like us on Facebook and follow us at Prairie Grove Tigers. If you'd be interested in helping out the sports teams with a monetary donation, please visit their website at pgboosterclub.com.
Okay, we're back here just a few minutes before kickoff. We want to recognize our crew tonight. Miles Lowe and Christian Dowdy will be on the camera, and Horstein, Austin Cunningham, will be our producer as he normally is. Prairie Grove getting ready to hit the field. Zach, we talked a little bit about this. Any particular thing tonight that you feel Prairie Grove has to establish, or their big watch-outs tonight for this game?
Well, we're going to see a lot of number 11. That's Cedric Duarte. He's the leading rusher in the conference, and I don't think there's any secret. The offense is pretty much built around him. They hand it to him, and when they can't hand it to him, they throw it to him. Prairie Grove's got to get numbers to the ball, and when they get there, they've got to make the tackle, or Duarte can make you pay. Ran for 223 yards last week on 14 carries and 4 touchdowns against Lincoln. You know, he's the big gun, and if Prairie Grove's going to do anything tonight, they're going to have to, at the very least, slow him down. He did carry the ball 24 times last year for 119 yards, but most of that was between the 30s, and he did not score a touchdown last year against the Tigers. So that, to me, that's probably the key for Prairie Grove. Prairie Grove's -3 in turnovers this year. They've got no turnovers tonight. You can't give Cedric Duarte in this offense a short field. For Prairie Grove, good news. I was talking to Coach Absher before the game. Bobby Cat's going to play, and that opens up all kinds of possibilities in the run game and the pass game. He's probably 75%. Blake Falk's going to spell him at times, but with the Cadillac in there, things are good.
Well, the thing with that does open up a lot, but last week Blake Falk was a very good replacement for him. It looks like Prairie Grove is going to receive, and so they will get the ball first. And the Tigers have an opportunity to establish their will early.
I was just had a real brief conversation with Coach Absher before the game. Very loose, felt pretty good. It's just going to be interesting to see how Prairie Grove attacks this. Last year, they blitzed a lot, blitzed more than Gravette had, or Gravette could block with, and the idea was to make Duarte make a guy miss, and then in that transition, more people get to the ball. Again, I think it's going to come down to Reed Orr, Jack Stone, and Dakota Hutchinson. Those 3 guys have been all but unblockable this year, especially Jack Stone. I watched the game last week a couple of times, and every time there was a play in the backfield, Jack was in the middle of it. And if he has a big game tonight, boy, I mean, it could be difficult.
Well, here come the Tigers. They're coming out onto the field, and Zach, I think we are going to see a lot of. I think Prairie Grove is going to force Gravette to throw the football. They are going to say, hey, we're going to sell ourselves out on the run, and we're going to try to stop Duarte, and then on the flip side of that.
And that's the key. Gravette, I mean, Prairie Grove's going to drop 8, 9 guys in the box to play downhill. Gravette's going to have to come up with some sort of a counterpunch to Duarte, because the Tigers will eventually slow that down. That's going to fall on the quarterback, Bryce Moorman. If Bryce is willing to stand in and take shots to deliver passes, Gravette can move the football. If he's worried about who's coming and where the shot's coming from, you know, it could be a long night. We could see a lot of turnovers. That's one thing that we haven't seen a lot out of this Prairie Grove defense. While very stout against the run in the past, they haven't turned people over like teams in the past have. And that as we get deeper into conference season, into the bigger games, you know, that's going to be something they need to work on.
You know, very important. You know, when you can become an opportunistic team like that, and you can take advantage of those, it can change field position. It can change momentum. It can, you know, get you a touchdown or two that, you know, you really didn't. I don't want to say didn't deserve, but you know, it's just one of those.
It's a gift.
It's a gift,
It's
and
a
so
gift.
we haven't been able to establish that, which so far with the past couple of games has not affected us. But tonight, and we're going to apologize up front just a little bit. Our distance from where we are,
we are
with the
way up.
With the yellow numbers on the white, we will do our best.
Looks like Disney, Downey. That may be Bobby on the far side. It's hard to tell.
And I meant to bring my binoculars tonight, and I made a mistake in that for sure. Now we're ready for the kickoff. Number 22 for Gravette. That is
Soleil.
Jackson Soleil.
Soleil.
And that's
Zach. Or no, that's Elliot Chamberlain. Excuse me.
Chamberlain.
Uh-oh.
If he gets it, can he get the corner? Can he get the corner? Look at Elliot. Elliot Chamberlain up to the 38. Nice run by Elliot. Boy, if he could have got that corner, Zach.
That would have been it would have turned a big gain into an even bigger gain.
Still good starting field position. That was a very strategic kick, I would almost say, by Gravette. It rolled and just kind of rolled around the 20, and then Elliott able to pick it up and get it out to the 38-yard line. So good starting field position for the Tigers.
Let's see who they start in the backfield. I'd heard Blake was probably going to start and Bobby was going to see some spot action, but nope, Bobby's going to start with Eli.
Morrell, Eli Lopez, Bobby Cadd in the backfield. And the first give is to Eli Lopez. Lopez hit and drop. He gets a couple of yards. Nice defensive stop there. That was number 50. That is, oh boy, number 50 is not on our roster here, Zach.
I apologize. That was the only roster I could find.
I may, at the next break, I may go downstairs, see if we got another one from down there. Here we go, 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. And there's Morrell keeping. He's going to be wrapped up. Nice job. Number 4, that is Michael Oliveira. And also I think that was number 28 as well, Hunter Deaton.
And if you're watching, go to PG Tigers Online, the comments page. Tell us where you're watching from. Horstein will be monitoring that. He'll also be tweeting at Tigers Broadcast as we go along.
Well, 3rd down. This is a good start. A good start
call there on 2nd down.
Yeah, and a good start for the Gravette Lions. This has to give them confidence. It's 3rd down and let's call it 3rd and 13.
And
this is not Prairie Grove's strength. I'd look for Sainer going across there. And the Tigers move, and now it's going to be 3rd and 18. So not a good start for the Tigers.
You know, Prairie Grove started slow in 2 out of their 3 games. They started pretty quick against West Fork, but this is certainly not what they needed. This is going to be 3rd and really long.
Well, I made a comment at the beginning, a chance to establish their will, and really, if anything, it's been Gravette who's done that defensively. And Gravette looks ready to play. I mean, defensively, they really look like they're ready to play. Now Prairie Grove is going to have 5 wide. From the shotgun is Morrell.
Where's Dylan? A little rocket screen.
And that goes for nothing. Matter of fact, just a couple of yards.
I mean, it's a conservative call.
Number 19, that's Leighton Smith. And now the Tigers are going to punt on their first possession. Prairie Grove lost a total of 5 yards offense there. Good job by the Gravette Lion defense. And now back deep for Gravette. Turn just a little bit for me. It was number 80 something.
It's 81.
Lane Martinez, and a good punt. Nice high kick. Fair catch called for. And so Gravette's going to start their first series back at their own 27-yard line. So give Gravette credit for the defense there. Excellent work. And now can Prairie Grove do the same thing defensively?
And this is probably the battle that will determine where who wins. Prairie Grove has got to zero in on 11 and find him on almost every play. It's kind of that where's Waldo thing. Where is he? He's down here in the slot at the bottom of the screen.
And he comes in motion, and now a keeper by Mormon. Mormon goes for about 4 or 5 yards on that carry. I think with a spot there, it's going to be a 4 yard, so it'll be 2nd down and 6. Mormon.
That was Bunch, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Bunch.
No, number 10. That was 10 on a keeper.
Yeah, that's Bunch.
Oh, it hit in the backfield. Boom! Hey!
Yeah, you're going to see when Duarte gets in that deep set and they come downhill, Dakota and Redor are coming.
Well, that was
they're going right for him.
That was Eli Lopez on that one.
Now you've got them 3rd and long here. You can't, secondary's got to be disciplined, and you got to find Duarte.
It's 3rd down and 9, and here is the give to Duarte. He's got the first down up to the 40.
Yeah.
I think Prairie Grove's expecting an Elliott Chamberlain with a tackle along with Dakota Hutchinson, but not before a 11-yard pickup and a first down for
Look, he's option
Lions.
And you've got to make sure he doesn't get the ball at the snap before anything.
Well, I think Tigers were definitely expecting pass, a nice draw play, very well executed. And you're right, it's Bunch there at quarterback. Wow.
Yeah, if they'd snapped the ball, he was offsides.
And hit in the backfield that time.
I don't think that Gravette can move Prairie Grove's defensive line in that set. They're going to have to. It's going to have to be draws. It's going to have to be jet sweeps. It's going to have to be that kind of thing to get him outside.
That's Eli Lopez again on the tackle and a loss of a yard. So
Well,
bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty obvious who's assigned to Duarte. I mean, 2 plays. Eli's made the tackle on both of them. That he's Duarte's shadow.
Duarte again, the single back, and Bunch, and it goes Duarte again, and he's going to get a couple. That looks like was that Leighton Smith? Oh.
Wow, he got a nice spot out of that. It's tough without the hash marks on the field.
Orrin Hacker on the tackle. Yep.
Now, look, it's 3rd and long. Where's Waldo? Where is he? Find him. And you have to make sure before anything that he doesn't get the ball. Because that's their offense.
Here they come. Quick pass. Got to make an open field tackle, and he's going to be short. He's going to be short. Yeah, he's short because he's on this side of the 50. So it's going to bring up 4th and a yard. In this situation, I think Gravette's probably going to go for it here, Zach.
I would think so.
They're probably pleased with the way they played defensively. You've got about a yard. You got a back like Duarte. They're probably feeling pretty confident.
Yep, they're going to go.
They're going, and
this is where they'll line up, power I and try and just force
I'm surprised
that
did they call a timeout? They did not start the 25-second clock.
A little home cooking. Yeah, the first thing you have to do is be careful that you're not you don't get drawn off sides.
Power I here. There's going power. Going to go to Duarte. He's got the first. Nice job by Duarte, and a 4th down. They had a nice 3rd down conversion, and now a nice 4th down conversion. So another first down. Gravette doing a nice job here on their opening drive. Prairie Grove's been able to stop them 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and 3rd and 4th have been a little more difficult.
Yeah, Prairie Grove's just got to get you got to win first down. You need to push them back behind the sticks.
Well, they got somebody wide open down here. There's nobody. There's nobody here. There's a touchdown waiting to be had. You've got to get
left the slot guy open. Yeah, there's a lot of confusion in that defense.
That was number 14 that time, Jacob Bookout. Man, there was Zach.
They had 2 guys.
I don't know if they have checkoff offense if Gravette has it, but there is nobody down here.
Yeah, Prairie Grove's having a little trouble getting lined up.
There's
still nobody down here.
There's nobody over the slot. Well, now he's coming out.
Yeah, now we're splitting the distance, but you're giving them that bubble screen if they want it.
It's going to be picked up here by the safety. Here comes, and they get Dorte on the carry. Dropped down by number 44.
Like I said, I mean,
Cody
he's everything.
Hoskins.
They've run 8 plays, and 6 of them he's touched the ball.
Another third down. Now, see, if they could do a 3rd and long here, I think they force them to punt. Another, 3rd and I think anything.
Look, they're in the exact same formation, and Prairie Grove is not adjusting to it. They're going to go right to the bubble screen again. There it is. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there it is. Hey, there he is. Leighton Smith at the 30, 20. He's down.
Nice play,
Hey.
Eli baited him a little bit.
And there is Leighton Smith gets the tip. I didn't see who tipped the ball initially.
That was Eli that tipped.
Eli Lopez with the tip, and Leighton Smith on the interception return down to the Gravette 20. And you talked about this early in the pregame, Zach, that we have not had a lot of those turnovers in our favor. That one goes our way, and the Tigers are in business in the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Eli read it perfectly. He got right in the passing lane. Bunch didn't see him, and Eli really should have caught the ball, but Zach, we'll take it.
If you're Gravette, that needs to be a little bit quicker. If it was quicker, they were open quick.
Well, Prairie Grove's having problems identifying formations.
This looks like Bobby Cat. There goes Bobby Cat. Bobby Cat gets to the corner.
Boy, he just doesn't look.
He doesn't look himself 100%.
No,
and Bobby Cat gets to the 18, and he's brought down by number 31. That's Brady Rosma.
Yeah, he just doesn't look, and it may be a thing where he's just kind of got to get warmed up a little bit, but he doesn't have that normal explosion.
Gravette's done a very nice job so far defensively. I mean, has limited Prairie Grove's running game early. 2nd down and 8. And there is Big Sainer. Hey, Big Dylan. Look at Big Dylan. He's in. Give him 6. Give him 6.
You have no answer for that.
Give Dylan Sainer 6. Did you see him carry him for 5 yards, Zach?
The answer to that question is I don't know. I mean, what do you do with him? I mean, he's 6'7". There's just nothing you can do with him. I mean, if he catches it, you got to go low and just try and knock him down. But I mean, that is a shot in the arm that Prairie Grove needed. They kind of come out sluggish.
The extra point is Galden, and it is good. Matthew Galden with the extra point. And with 4:39 to go in the first quarter, after a turnover, Prairie Grove scores 7-0, a touchdown brought to you by PG Telco.
Let's face it, life's moving along at a faster pace these days, and every now and again you find that one stop that allows you to catch your breath. That one stop that reminds you of the good old-fashioned values. The one stop that hand dips their ice creams and makes hamburgers to die for. The one stop that can furnish you with propane and pizza and everything in between. And they usually call you by your name and ask you about your family. Well, that place in Prairie Grove is Frederick's One Stop, serving Prairie Grove since 1975. They say, go Tigers!
Okay, we're back. 4:39 to go here in the first quarter. Prairie Grove.
That's a great catch, great run. I mean, I say it every week. There is no answer for Dylan. If he's in the game and he catches the ball, I mean, the best thing you can do is just try and tackle him.
And talking with some of the coaches, they're trying to find ways to get him the ball. They're looking for ways not. He's just such a big target.
We've just never had anything like it.
No.
And Ryan doesn't have to be super accurate to get the ball to him. His catch radius is so big.
Well, the thing with that particular pass was a little high, but if you're going to miss with Dylan, that's where you want to miss.
Because nobody else can go get it.
And here's the thing with Dylan. He is catching the ball at his high point. You know what I mean? He is and I think that goes back to him playing a little basketball last year.
Whoa.
A high kick by Falk. And it's going to drop right about 25, and number 24 on that, Jordan Burnett. .434 to go. Gravette's going to have a decent field position. They'll start right about their 30, they'll call it 34-yard line. First down and 10 for the Lions. They got a couple of first downs last time.
And, the interception was, it wasn't a great throw. But yep, now Mormon's coming in. Bunch comes out, and they immediately go to Mormon. Mormon's a little bit more athletic.
This time a pitch. Duarte,
Good tackle.
It was a good
Dakota.
tackle. If he gotten by that, he may have gone.
They had a couple of shots at him, and they just couldn't get to him, and Duarte wound up getting 7 on that.
7
8 yards?
Let's call it 7. He's at the 41 from the 34, so second down and 3 for the Lions. Lions have, I'd say offensively, they've done a little better in Prairie Grove thus far. A couple of first downs. They're moving the ball, having a lot of plays. Single back is Duarte. He's going to get it again. His big hole.
Oof, big hit.
That hit
Dakota
was
again?
Dakota Hutchinson. But Gravette gets up to the 47 and another first down for the Lions. 3 first downs now for Gravette. They've moved the ball fairly well. Prairie Grove wants to get them in those 3rd and longs, and
key is win first down. If you can get them in, a lost yardage or no yardage situation, then and look, Gravette's not going to come out and throw the ball all over the yard. This is going to be, downhill running. Prairie Grove's got they've got to win some individual battles on the defensive line.
And there they go to the right side. Another decent hole there, but it closed pretty quick. Roberto Martinez in on that tackle.
Duarte, 9 carries here in the first quarter for 31 yards. I mean, Prairie Grove's doing a nice job.
Yeah, 9 carries. He's a little over 3 yards a carry, and a back like that, you can hold him to 3.
He's got more carries than Prairie Grove has plays. And this is their MO. I mean, they're going to wear you down. Now here he comes down in the slot. Cole's got to split out on him because you've got to respect that. And remember, he played receiver his sophomore year.
Wow, another big hole. And inside Prairie Grove territory, inside the 40, down to the 37, goes number 22, Jacob Soleil. And Soleil, I think Gravette wants his game, Zach.
I think that's. They've been beaten 73-7 the last 2 years. So yeah, this game's been circled.
And I just think that they feel like, that they match up well with Prairie Grove, and they seem like they got a little more want right now than the Tigers at this point, even though the Tigers up 7-0.
Top guy in the slot is wide open if they want it.
And there's Soleil this time, not much going. That's Eli Lopez on the first hit.
You get about a yard out of that? No, nothing.
And then also Jack Stone helping out, so no gain on that play. It's going to be 2nd and long.
Prairie Grove is not adjusting to the slot receivers at all. They're splitting the difference with the outside linebackers, playing the run basically, and the safeties aren't coming over. Anytime Gravette wants those bubble screens, they're there.
Or
they can have
or potentially,
here's Duarte down in the slot, nobody over him.
Now he comes in motion. He's going to keep. He's going to roll back. He's in trouble. Throws, and a nice catch. Nice pitch and catch that time. Number 81, that is Lane Martinez. And a nice play. Almost got to Mormon that time, just not quite. I didn't see who that was in his pursuit. Almost got there, but did not get there in time. And so first down and 10 for the Lions at the Prairie Grove 23-yard line. So Gravette moving the ball. That was their 4th first down. I don't know. It didn't register there for you, but that's their 4th one. From the I formation, they're going to go. Pitch goes to Duarte, and that's going to be some type of offensive line hold or block in the back there, I think. And let's see. It's going to be marked from the. They're sticking. It's going to be stepped off against Gravette here. Well, maybe not.
They call.
I don't know what they're doing.
We had this problem here last time. All right, well, we definitely got a penalty, but it looks like it was marked or spotted from the 19.
I don't know what he was doing. I guess it was a motion penalty. I thought I actually saw a hold there, but I was mistaken. It's a false start on Gravette. It's going to back him up to the 28, and it'll bring up first down and 15. Gravette, both times they got in Prairie Grove territory, kind of shot themselves in the foot, once with an interception and then this time with a penalty.
Well, that's, 1st and 15. This is where, if you're the Tigers, if you can keep this 2nd and long, you're in pretty good shape.
I still think they're going to go to Duarte again.
There's no question.
In motion, here is Duarte, and he's hit, and he's going to get a couple, maybe down to the 26, so to bring up 2nd and 13. Duarte, 10 carries now, 33 yards. 32 yards, so just a little over 3 yards a carry. He's had a, but I don't care what
timely carries.
And not only are they timely, he's just such a threat on any play. Because if he ever breaks that initial, he could go. You could see the speed that he has.
See, we're outnumbered to the top of the screen again.
This time he's rolling to his right as Mormon. He's wide open, but Prairie Grove keeps it in front. They're going to say he stays in bounds, so the clock will keep running down to the 21. So we're going to bring up 3rd down and 9. 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Now they're going to stop the clock with 27.2.
And if you're Prairie Grove here, it should be 3rd and 3rd and 8. I mean, this is the situation you want to have them in.
What's going on? They want 34 seconds. I guess first they said he was inbounds, and I guess now they called him out of bounds. So 34 seconds. and .4. I don't know. Whoever had the eagle eye on the .4, that's pretty good. 3rd down.
Here's where you got to watch for the draw again. I mean, this is two down territory.
Down here they got the single coverage here, but now it looks like I can't see who's playing the.
When are we going to get a timeout? Yep.
Timeout, Gravette. Well, let's take this timeout with them. 34 seconds to go. Prairie Grove 7-0, 3rd down coming up.
I wonder if Buck Lewis had any idea as to what he was starting when he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square in Fayetteville. Then Tom and Herb Lewis made the move to the current location on North College back in 1969. But through all those years, a Lewis has always been at the helm, and that tradition continues today. It's that kind of family value and heritage that makes Lewis Automotive the place to buy your next vehicle. Be it a Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep, new or used, you can still find a Lewis standing behind every single deal. Award-winning service, 6 locations and over 1,000 vehicles. It's amazing. A lot has changed, but the Lewis heritage and tradition continues. Lewis Automotive, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas since 1946.
Okay, we're back. 30 now. I'm not sure what in the world is going on here with the clock.
All right.
What is going on?
I think they may keep the time on the field.
They're going to put 34 back on. I'm not sure what happened.
Second time we've had to do that in a quarter.
This time, then they put .4 again.
Whatever.
3rd down, 3rd and 8.
Here comes Eli. Yeah, they picked it up. They've got
and a nice job. Hey, bingo!
Who was that? Cody Hoskins.
Hoskins.
Very nice.
Back to the 30-yard. Well, they're going to spot at the 29. So now it's going to be 4th down and 16.
Look, it's long yardage. I think you've got to go for it.
Well, I mean, at this point, you're at the 29. It's too long for field goal. And
14-7 the score at Huntsville.
Wow, that's a little surprising.
Yeah, Huntsville's down. They ran the Wildcat, apparently.
Well, that's going to do it for the first quarter. After one quarter play, Prairie Grove 7, Gravette 0. Back after this.
Looking for free checking that isn't free of extras? It's as easy as finding your nearest Arvest bank. Our free Blue checking comes with lots of features, including free online and mobile banking, and the ability to deposit a check just by taking a picture of it with your smartphone. And since it's from Arvest, you'll have the freedom of more than 240 locations and 7-to-7 banking. You shouldn't have to pay for convenience. Switch to free Blue checking from Arvest Bank.
And we're back, getting ready to start the second quarter. Quarter dominated by Gravette. 19 plays in that quarter for 70 yards. No points, though. Prairie Grove does lead 7-0 on a touchdown pass to Dylan Sainer. Cedric Duarte, really the focus of the Gravette offense, 10 carries for 32. We're going to start the second quarter here on a 4th and 16. The Tigers probably, look, Gravette's going to go. They're definitely going to go for it. 4 wide with Duarte in the backfield. Prairie Grove's got to be careful of they're just going to take it and chuck it.
Oh, just knock it down.
There you go. Leighton Smith jumped just a little. Elliott jumped just a bit early, but we'll take it.
Well,
the Tigers will take over here. I was just saying they've 20 plays to Prairie Grove's 5. I mean, I don't know the last time we can say that in a game. I can't remember. Maybe Stuttgart.
First down and 10 for Prairie Grove. Ball at their own 29. Just starting the second quarter.
Uh-oh. Oh, he was one step away. Is that Blake?
Blake Falk.
That was Ryan.
That was 20. That's Blake Falk.
You sure? Yeah, I can't tell from up here.
He picks up about 5 yards, so that's a good first down play for the Tigers. Gravette has to be a little. I mean, they've really kind of shot themselves in the foot both times in Prairie Grove territory. Once with the interception, and then with the penalty, which set them up first and long, and really kind of got them out of their game a little bit.
Well, I mean, as long as they are shooting themselves in the foot, and Prairie Grove doesn't do anything to kind of stem the tide here. You know, eventually they'll punch this in.
And now they're going to get called. There's going to be a motion penalty there.
Just sloppy for a delay of game.
Oh,
that's
I thought I saw somebody move, but I guess play clock went down.
Yeah, those are just mental errors that kind of plagued this team this year, and they've been able to get away with it, in the last 2 games, and it hurt them a bunch against Farmington. Bobby's back in.
That's going to bring it to second down now and 10. Like getting no gain on first down. There's Eli Lopez. Eli Lopez to the 45-yard line.
And if you remember last year's game, Nick Sugg had a monster afternoon. First play of the game, he goes 59 yards. He wound up with 119 yards, and J.D. Speed actually had 182 in that game. So the fullback, I was looking back at this the last 2 years, Gravette has not been able to control the Prairie Grove fullback. They've had huge games, so I would expect to see a little bit more of Eli here as this goes on.
We tried to establish that early. Quick
there you go.
Slant pass, and it's going to be Elliott Chamberlain's going to get close to a first down. He's brought down by number 15. That is Jacob Bookout, and I think it's another first down for Prairie Grove. So Prairie Grove picks up a couple of first downs. Their best drive of the game thus far.
This looks a little bit more like the team we've seen the last couple of weeks. And you know what? It may have just taken a little while to kind of get the first road game. First time they've been out of Prairie Grove this year.
That's exactly right.
Thanks, Rick.
There is Eli Lopez, and Eli pulls the pile about 4 yards there. So you can get 4 yards out of your fullback. We'll take that.
You're not going to lose a lot of football games gaining 4 yards. Woody Hayes made a career out of that. P. Ridge up 14-0 on Lincoln after 1.
So
not really a surprise, but Shiloh driving on Huntsville, they're up 14-7, and the tickle fight.
Nothing.
Media blackout over there. Maybe the fans blacked out. I don't know.
Second down and 6 for Prairie Grove. And there is Eli Lopez again. Eli Lopez fighting, getting to get about 4 more yards. So, like I said, if we can keep getting 4 yards out of Eli, we'll take it.
Well, this is what they needed, just a drive to settle some things down.
9:40 to go here in the first half, Prairie Grove.
3rd and 2 is a very, very, very manageable down.
It's not only manageable, we're in definitely in 4-down territory as long as not a big loss here.
And the Tigers getting back into the yardage game now. 58 yards on 10 plays. Gravette 20 plays for 70.
Here is
Eli
Lopez. Eli Lopez inside, down to
Wow.
the 21-yard line. He's brought down.
Yeah, last 2 years they just have not had any kind of response to the Prairie Grove fullback, and Eli starting to gain some yards here.
That was Bunch and Rossma on the tackle.
Prairie Grove has 41 yards rushing. Eli's got 39 of them.
Wow. First down and 10, Prairie Grove now at Gravette 22. And now here is Bobby Cat. And they
just not the same explosion.
You're not seeing that same explosion from Bobby, and that that injury. So it takes a little bit to get over it.
I'll tell you what, if the coaches are seeing what I'm seeing, Gravette is marching 8 guys around the ball, and the safety and they're leaving the corner one-on-one with Elliott, and they're walking the safety down. You know what that means? Here comes Dylan across the middle. They're going to sell out to stop the run, and they.
Well, Soleil, I'm watching Soleil. They're putting him in the gaps, and they're bringing him up.
Yep.
Here they
come.
They're selling out on the run.
Look how many guys are around the ball.
There is Morrell. Morrell's going to get the first. He's inside the 10, down about the 7. And Ryan Morrell, who had won the starting job, really probably in the black and gold game, Zach, when we first got together this year. And I never thought Ryan was much of a runner, but he has proven me wrong. Looks like they're going to spot at the 9.
He's basically taken over that position. I mean, there was a 4-way battle at the beginning of the season, and Ryan's a guy. He has played really, really well. He's thrown the ball well.
And he's very comfortable.
Very. And he adds that running element, that physical running element.
Single back is Eli Lopez. 2 split here to the left, and there is Eli Lopez. Whew. Gets down to about let's see where they're going to spot him. I'm going to spot him at the 3. Boy, he got a bad spot on that.
That just means it'll be a longer touchdown run. If it wasn't for the weather, this is actually not a bad vantage point from, the mile high. I mean, we're like in the suites up here. I like this.
7.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Prairie Grove up 7-0. Boy, they even spotted that not even at the 3. 3.5. Second down. Goal from the 3.5.
There's Bobby. Boy.
That is, Bobby just doesn't quite.
He just doesn't have it tonight. That normal explosion that you see from him is just not there.
Now it's going to be third down. This is a very important, you want to score here.
I'm no coach, but this is going to be 8. This is going to be 8 on the belly. Anybody want to bet me on that? Anybody? Anybody want to take bets on that? 8 on the belly.
Well,
Bobby will be the lead blocker. 8 on the belly.
Oh, man, go to the right side.
Watch. Told you.
Here it is, Eli Lopez.
Told you.
Give him 6, Eli Lopez.
Look, it's not complicated. Give it to your best player down around the goal line. Eli now, 7 carries, 46 yards. That's that's money right there.
Averaging just over 6.5 yards a carry now. Now this time it's going to be Blake Falk to kick.
This is a big one here. You get this to two touchdowns and 2 extra points. That's a big deal.
Oh,
no good.
No good. That one's missed. So it's 13-0. Another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco, and the Tigers have a 13-0 lead. Back after this.
If you're looking for America's most dependable, long-running, full-size truck, then you're looking for the Chevy Silverado. And you'll find a fantastic selection at Everett Chevrolet right off of I-49. But right now, they're excited about the totally redesigned Tahoe and Suburban. If you're looking to move your small team around, you can do it in style with Everett Chevrolet. And you'll also find 2 of America's favorite sports cars there, the Chevy Camaro and the Corvette Stingray. New or used, you'll find it a customer-friendly, family-owned Everett Chevrolet, I-49 and Elm Springs Road in Springdale.
See, he's the only one I know.
All right, we're back. Blake Falk getting ready to kick off for the Tigers. This will be second kickoff for the Tigers. They're up 13-0, 6 minutes, 38 seconds to go here in the first half.
Huntsville up, Shiloh up 21-0, or 21-7, excuse me.
And
they're
here
in the second quarter.
Comes the kick. That one's going to tail off right around the 30 and brought down at 37.
Our kickoffs of
Elliott
they've been
Chamberlain.
an adventure.
Elliott Chamberlain and Cole McClellan in on that tackle.
You know, I like Cole. He didn't play ball last year, and I mean, he's like a stump. He's like 5'8", 205, and playing that outside linebacker spot. I like him over there.
6:35 to go. Tigers leading 13-0. I wouldn't say we're in command, though.
Oh, gosh, no. I mean, Gravette's got to be looking around going, how is this happening?
Yeah, they really do. And, you know, when we were up 13 or whatever it was last week on Huntsville, you kind of felt like we were in command. Here tonight, that's not the case. Prairie Grove's, there it is. Duarte, he's got a little room.
Yep. You can't do that. You cannot over-pursue
And Duarte gets into Prairie Grove territory to the 48. Cole McClellan brings him down. Hoskins also over there.
You can't over-pursue on him. You've got to get hats to the ball and not over-pursue gang tackling here. One guy's not going to bring him down.
6:25 to go. Mormon from the shotgun. Duarte single back. He's got it again, and he's got a little room again. This time he may go. Duarte.
Prairie Grove not defending that well at all. Look, they're not going to throw the ball. It's Duarte as long as it's working. They only throw the ball when they want to, or I guess they have to. They've got to. You've got to get some penetration and slow him down before he gets to the line of scrimmage.
Zach Downey brings him down. Well, they've gone from their 37 to our 33 in 2 plays, and Duarte's average is sticking up. Now they got Duarte out in the slot.
And one of these times it's going to be 4 verticals, and they do not have anybody on him.
There's Soleil, and he's running hard, and he gets it down to the 26. Hacker and McClellan on the tackle.
And you can gain as many yards as you want in between the 20s, and that's fine. It's in the red zone that Prairie Grove has got to keep folks out.
Well, Gravette's this is their 3rd time down in this kind of part of the field, and this is kind of where they've stubbed their toe the last couple of times. And this time it's Duarte, and again, Duarte running hard, and now a little gang tackling. Doesn't get quite as many yards, but he's going to be. He's got the first down. See, they're going to.
Yeah, he got a really, really nice spot.
Well, that's going to bring up a first down and 1st and 10 to Prairie Grove 23. 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. And a very good drive this time for Gravette. 110 yards of offense for Gravette to Prairie Grove's 95.
And here you get down into the green zone. They haven't been able to punch it in. They've turned it over, and this is big for Prairie Grove here.
Duarte, this time he still fights hard and picks up 5. That was a hard run because we hit him at about the 21. He picked up 3 on his own. And they're getting a little hole there right now too, Zach. There's some running room. There's some running room.
And, I mean, they've run 25 plays here. That's a number you got to keep an eye on. That number gets up into the 50s and 60s. You know, as we get into the 3rd quarter, that's a dangerous number where you're starting to wear a defense down.
From the eye. Soleil, the fullback. Duarte, the eye back. Pitch to Duarte.
Oh.
He's got some room.
Who jumped inside on that? The outside linebacker jumped inside to avoid the lineman. You got to go down and create a pile.
Elliott Chamberlain on that tackle. But another first down for Gravette. They're down. They're knocking on the door.
Yeah, whoever that was, honestly, I can't tell with the numbers, but he created the hole to the outside by jumping inside the offensive lineman. You got to take them on and make a pile.
Well, this drive has brought the Gravette fans to their feet. And it's 1st down and 10 just outside the 10-yard line. There's Duarte. Oh, they had a shot at him back there. They're still going to keep him from getting inside the 10. But, boy, they had a shot at him in the backfield.
Sure did.
Several Tigers in there on the tackle.
You know, they're trying, Prairie Grove's sending 1 or 2 linebackers on almost every play, trying to shoot the gaps and get in there. That play, they stayed back and just read run.
4 minutes to go now in the first half. Prairie Grove holding on to a 13-0 lead right now. 2nd down and 8. They have not had 2nd long in this drive yet. From the I formation, Dorte is the eye back. They're going to fake it. They're looking. He's wide open, and he stepped out of bounds at the 6-yard line. He was wide open, Zach. Wide open.
Yeah, and they, Prairie Grove sold out to stop the run.
And not a terrible, great call there by Gravette, other than they had the short side of the field on that bootleg, and they didn't have a lot of room there. I think if he had thrown it maybe a half a second earlier, he may have had time to turn upfield.
Maybe it's just me, but they seem to be a very right-handed team. Everything goes right.
Third down. Now you said that, they'll go to the left side.
Yeah.
Third down. Oh, let's call it 3rd and 3 from the 5. Or third, I guess they marked it at the 6. And now they're going to call a timeout.
Second timeout.
Well, they're in definitely in 2-down territory. Let's take this break with them. 3 minutes. 44 seconds to go. Prairie Grove 13, Gravette 0, but they're knocking on the door.
I wonder if Buck Lewis had any idea as to what he was starting when he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square in Fayetteville. Then Tom and Herb Lewis made the move to the current location on North College back in 1969. But through all those years, a Lewis has always been at the helm, and that tradition continues today. It's that kind of family value and heritage that makes Lewis Automotive the place to buy your next vehicle. Be it a Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep, new or used, you can still find a Lewis standing behind every single deal. Award-winning service, 6 locations and over 1,000 vehicles. It's amazing. A lot has changed, but the Lewis heritage and tradition continues. Lewis Automotive, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas since 1946.
Okay, Lions coming back onto the field. Tigers as well, just outside the 5-yard line. 3rd down, 3 to go from the I formation.
Strength is to the right. To me, they look like a right-handed team between their big guard and tackle.
Got a lot of room there. And here is the pitch.
Right.
And he's going to get in the end zone.
Yeah.
Dorte. Dorte, that was a good drive by Gravette. I actually thought right there we had a shot at him. But where they're pitching the ball back there, if we send the right amount of guys, we should. But fireworks are going off, and Gravette has pulled within a touchdown. With this extra point, it will be 6 if they can convert. Dorte is the kicker. Mormon is the holder.
And Prairie Grove's got to feel very fortunate to be in the position they're in with the lead. I mean, they have not played, they've not played Prairie Grove football.
And the extra point is still good. Pretty good rush that time by the Tigers, but Gravette scores. It's 13-7. We got a ball game. Back after this.
Looking for free checking that isn't free of extras? It's as easy as finding your nearest Arvest bank. Our free blue checking comes with lots of features, including free online and mobile banking, and the ability to deposit a check just by taking a picture of it with your smartphone. And since it's from Arvest, you'll have the freedom of more than 240 locations and 7-to-7 banking. You shouldn't have to pay for convenience. Switch to free blue checking from Arvest Bank.
Okay, we're back. 3:39 to go here in the first half. You got to remember, Gravette gets the ball to start the second half.
This is an important.
This is very important drive. If Prairie Grove could run the clock down, kind of score, go in with that 2 touchdown lead, but right now, Gravette has the momentum. Gravette has played well. Soleil to kick, and it is a squib kick, going to be picked up right around the 20. And a little room. Prairie Grove's going to get it out to the 40. I didn't see who picked that up. Was it McClellan?
I believe you're correct.
McClellan gets it out to the 40-yard line, and the Tigers take over. 1st and 10. 3:34 to go. Tigers need 60 yards here.
And they don't have to be in a hurry. I mean, you can play your game.
And they've got all 3 timeouts.
There's no reason to break the offense here. You got plenty of time. Do your thing. I mean, you moved the ball really well the last time you had it. And if you can get a score here before halftime, and that's like a gut punch.
And there is the wingback reverse. It kind of developed slow.
Yeah, I was going to say that it felt slow.
Was that Sam Dodd on that carry?
Sam.
That just developed slow. Picks up 3 yards, so not a terrible play, but had a chance to go for a lot more because it was there, just kind of slow developed.
Just don't see a lot of emotion.
No, you're right. And what I mentioned in the first quarter, Gravette seems to have a little more want. And now Morrell to pass.
Oh, Dylan is wide open.
Big Dylan Sainer, but it's thrown behind Dylan.
Can you miss him?
Thrown behind Dylan that time, and now it's going to bring up 3rd and long for Prairie Grove.
And danger time here.
2:59. What you don't want to do is have Gravette go in and score that touchdown and then get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, Dylan was wide open, and he had him pretty much from the G in the middle of the field over, and Ryan just missed him.
Threw it behind him, and
you don't have to put a lot of steam on it for him to go get it. You just you put it up high.
I heard some of the guys talking about that the other day that Morrell's been putting a little pepper on that lately, and now it's 2 split here to the left. Single back is Eli Lopez. And a breaks a tackle. He's going to get the first down. That's Chamberlain.
Nice catch, Elliott. Nice catch and run.
That's second effort, and there's a little bit of jawing going on down there right now.
Let me guess. I don't even have to look. It's Elliott.
No, that
really?
may have been fault.
Really? Elliott.
I can't tell them.
If anybody's going to get into it, Elliott's my guy.
I think that's Elliott.
If I'm going into
Can you
an
tell,
alley,
Miles, you get a close-up in on that number it caught the ball. Was it 88?
If I'm going into an alley, I'm taking Elliott with me. Because I just, like someone once told me, there's nothing scarier than a crazy person with a cause.
And now there is Eli Lopez. Lopez spins, gets up 5 yards. 2:24 to go here in the first half. Prairie Grove at the 45-yard line.
Where clock management becomes an issue. We've had some issues, particularly against Farmington, with clock management.
At the halftime.
Yeah.
Right around this time.
Don't have all day.
No, we with those first couple plays, we had a little time, but now you got to pick it up just a hair. 2nd down and 5. Oh, he was open. He had him open. He missed him. Bobby was open, but the incomplete pass does stop the clock with 1:58 to go. It's 3rd down and 5. Now Prairie Grove. Oh, man, he was open, Zach.
Yeah, he was. And, I
ran off a little bit on the last couple passes.
I don't know if it's necessarily 2-down territory here, but it sure feels like it. Ryan, by the way, started 4 of 4, now 4 out of 6 for 40 yards. And if it's me, I'm getting the ball to Eli, and I'll take if you can get me 4 here, you go for it. If you get stopped, then you punt it. Let the clock run down and you punt it.
In motion.
No, that's not a bad idea.
Is that Bobby Cat?
That's Bobby Cat on the wingback reverse.
Bobby Cat gets it down to 38. They're going to stop the clock now to move the chains. Now we're down to $1:50 to go here.
And you've got all
first
3
half.
timeouts.
Now you got all 3 timeouts. Now you can.
You start calling timeouts with about 45 seconds left.
Well,
you don't have to use them now.
Well, the thing you do here is that if you run the ball and get stopped, you don't want a lot of clock to go off. Go ahead and call timeout, get one down, and then kind of play it.
And this is where last year with Jacob, the year before with Cooper, you had that experienced hand at quarterback.
Here and now Morrell rolling to his right, going to throw back.
Oh, you can't have that.
Call a timeout here, guys. And not a good play there for Prairie Grove. That backs them up, and now Prairie Grove shoots themselves in the foot down to 1:23 to go. He had the time there to throw, just no one open that time, and now he's got a little pressure on him.
Throw it away. Throw it away.
He's lucky. Oh, they're
late penalty.
Late flag.
I don't like the looks of that. There's a lot of white around the flag.
1:10 to go. Now you're going to have 3rd and long, or depends on if it's going to be a loss and down here. If you're Gravette, you may think about declining this penalty. It means 3rd and long, and you may get the ball back. Because if you don't, you've only got 1 timeout. Prairie Grove can run the clock down.
What's the flag for? Ineligible downfield? That's got to be what it is.
I think that's what the coach is asking right now. Coach Harrelson asking, is it going to be a loss of down or not?
Not on the ineligible. Yeah.
Ineligible. They're going to decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go.
And if you're Prairie Grove here, don't get crazy.
What?
Timeout. Gravette. That's their last of the half. That's interesting.
Yeah, here, because if Prairie Grove doesn't have an incomplete pass here, Prairie Grove can run the clock down to
You can, I mean, run the ball. You can take off. You can take this down to
just a few seconds.
Yeah, I mean, you could run it down to under 30.
But again, Prairie Grove come up with a big play and still have an opportunity to score.
True. I like the idea of let's run it down. Let's get out of here. You know, and I said it earlier. Just not a lot of emotion. This is where somebody like Brandon Nodier would come in and grab you by the back of the shirt and say, "Hey, we're going." Haven't seen that. It's just kind of going through the motions, and somebody's gonna have to light a fire under somebody.
Yeah, it's 3rd down and 23 to go for Prairie Grove, so they've got a long ways to go here. Minute and 10 seconds in the first half.
You and I made the joke a couple of years ago, with hey, what do you got for 3rd and 25? And, throw it long to Weston Bartholomew for 51 yards. But I think in this situation, I think you're right. You run the ball, get what you can, let the clock run down.
You don't know if Eli or somebody couldn't bust one.
Yeah.
And of course, the other option is see if you can hit Big Dylan somewhere, but it may take a long time to develop.
Man, just 104 yards of offense for Prairie Grove tonight.
133 for Gravette. There's a draw play.
That's Sam? Blake. And he'll get 13 out of that.
Blake Falk gets it down, and now Prairie Grove may go for it here. They are going to go for it.
I don't know why you're rushing here. Maybe you call a timeout, and they got a motion penalty.
Sainer.
It's coming back. It's coming back.
I didn't get excited. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I should have gotten excited with a great catch, but I know there's going to be a penalty
it's
here.
Coming back. It's a motion. It's either a legal motion, not enough guys in the backfield. Somebody was moving.
Sideline warning?
Wow.
So it is a 1st down. Prairie Grove. Oh my gosh. What do we have for now all of a sudden with 39.6 with all 3 timeouts to go, Zach.
You know what's crazy about that? They threw the flag right at the start of the play. So somebody must have bumped the official here on the home sidelines. I've never seen that before.
No, that was a little surprising.
That's kind of a ticky-tack call on a play like that.
We'll take it. 39.6 seconds. Quick pass across the middle. Prairie Grove down inside the 5.
And now you don't have to be.
Now just take your time.
Take your time.
Let the clock.
Plenty of time. I mean, if you want to call a timeout here to get yourself set, knock yourself out. Now what?
They're going to do a measure here. Be a measurement here. If you're Prairie Grove here, I think you let this thing run not too far.
I think you run your offense here. Maybe you take a timeout here on 1st down, kind of get everybody settled. But wow, I'm still shaking my head about that sideline interference.
Bring the chain to the ball.
Now we got 35 seconds left. It's 13-7. It's
just short. So with this kind of play here, Zach, you don't want to waste too much time here. Someone behind me just brought up a point. Why do you throw the ball across the field to measure and not bring the the chain to the ball?
They've got that dial-a-ref thing.
35.1 seconds. Prairie Grove up 13-7, knocking on the door. Big play on 4th down to Dylan Sainer. I didn't get excited like I normally do because I figured we were coming back.
That's what I figured the play was coming back because the minute the play was snapped, the flag went down. So 99% of the time, that's a
Prairie Grove needs to be aware of the time and the clock and everything here. That clock should actually start now.
Well, it should start when they wind.
Oh, they just okay. I think you bang in there with Eli 3 or 4 times here and get what you can get. Now the clock's running. Prairie Grove gives it to Eli Lopez. Lopez, give him 6! Give him 6! Hey! Prairie Grove now 19-7.
Tell you what, that is a monster drive.
We needed that momentum change. Gravette had taken the momentum on their drive, and
they just flat handed it to us, offensively. And that is just – Prairie Grove's going to go into halftime wondering how they're going to be up 12 or 13 points.
If you're Gravette, you got to be thinking, how are we down? Yeah, because Gravette has played fantastically.
Completely outplayed them.
This time it's Galden to kick. And Prairie Grove, I'm surprised not going for 2 here, but they go for the – no,
yeah,
they do go for 2. Didn't quite work. 19-7, and Gravette snuffs that one out.
Huh.
Kind of had to expect that was Sam Dodd. And 28.3 seconds now. If you're Gravette, you know, you probably try to do something here. They don't have any timeouts, but –
now, they do get the ball first, so I don't know that they want to get nuts here. And I mean, it really depends on how much confidence you have in your passing game.
Well, it also depends if you have the ball back at your 25 or 30.
True.
Versus if you have it at the 40 or 50.
The way we kick off, I mean, they're going to get the ball somewhere between the 25 and the 40. Boy, it's just a weird game. Weird.
Prairie Grove, surprisingly, when I look at the stats, that last drive gave us the lead in that. Of course, we've had one more drive. First downs, surprisingly 9-10. It doesn't feel like that,
no,
Zach. It just
and maybe we're just used to coming out and just rolling through this, but it's a tight nip and tuck kind of game, and I think we expected that. But this is just, I mean, it's just ugly, from a Prairie Grove perspective.
Well, you got to give a little credit to how well Gravette has played. I've been impressed with the way they've played. Been impressed with Duarte. I've been impressed with the quarterback, Mormon. They have been impressed with their defense, surprisingly as well. Fumbled the ball there on the kick and got a little room. Going to get it out to the 40. Going to stop at about 21.8. I think from here you can go ahead and take a couple shots at it, Zach.
I do too. And the way that they've played in the first half. I mean, why not? You're going to get the ball here in the second half if you can somehow get a break.
But you want this downfield. What you don't want to do if you're Gravette, you don't want to throw a quick slant or something, or have a little something picked off on the corners there.
Now, if you're Prairie Grove, everything stays in front of you. Everything.
You don't, and you should not have this kind of one-on-one coverage way back over here. You got to get some cover 2 over there. And they're going to draw up to Duarte.
Yeah,
that's going to be good for Prairie Grove. If he didn't get the first down, doesn't stop the clock. They may not get another snap off, Zach.
I think they wanted to just see if he could break one.
Yep.
Get him some room, see if he could break one. Looks like they want to go to the half.
They're going to, that's going to do it. Well, that's going to be the first half of play, and that last touchdown sponsored by PG Telco. And as we come to the end of a almost puzzling first half, Prairie Grove leading 19-7. We're going to go to halftime, and the band will come on first, and we'll stay with the band, and we'll be back for stats at the end of the half. This is Prairie Grove Tiger football.
Let's face it, life's moving along at a faster pace these days, and every now and again you find that one stop that allows you to catch your breath. That one stop that reminds you of the good old-fashioned values. The one stop that hand dips their ice creams and makes hamburgers to die for. The one stop that can furnish you with propane and pizza and everything in between. And they usually call you by your name and ask you about your family. Well, that place in Prairie Grove is Frederick's One Stop, serving Prairie Grove since 1975. They say, go Tigers!
Oh yeah, I'll tell you something I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand, I wanna hold your hand, I wanna hold your hand. Oh please, say to me, you let me be your hand. And please, say to me, you let me hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand, I wanna hold your hand. And when I touch you, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my love I can hide, I can hide. Yeah, you got that something I think you'll understand. When I say that something, you let me hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. Of night, its broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of a dark black night.
I wonder if Buck Lewis had any idea as to what he was starting when he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square in Fayetteville. Then Tom and Herb Lewis made the move to the current location on North College back in 1969. But through all those years, a Lewis has always been at the helm, and that tradition continues today. It's that kind of family value and heritage that makes Lewis Automotive the place to buy your next vehicle. Be it a Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep, new or used, you can still find a Lewis standing behind every single deal. Award-winning service, 6 locations, and over 1,000 vehicles. It's amazing. A lot has changed, but the Lewis heritage and tradition continues. Lewis Automotive, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas since 1946.
Looking for free checking that isn't free of extras? It's as easy as finding your nearest Arvest bank. Our free blue checking comes with lots of features, including free online and mobile banking, and the ability to deposit a check just by taking a picture of it with your smartphone. And since it's from Arvest, you'll have the freedom of more than 240 locations and 7-to-7 banking. You shouldn't have to pay for convenience. Switch to free blue checking from Arvest Bank.
Okay, we're back. Ooh, I'm not hearing it. 1, 2. We're back. Okay, we're back.
Just keep hitting buttons until you hear us.
We're back now for some halftime stats brought to us by Arvest Bank. Zach, you want to give us a rundown?
I don't think it's exactly what we expected here in the first half. There we go. The Tigers with 155 yards of total offense. Eli Lopez accounted for 65 of that, 2 touchdowns. Gravette, 138 yards, despite really dominating the time of possession and the play, the pace of play. Only 138 yards. Cedric Duarte has 87 yards on 18 carries. He's been the offense. He has the one Gravette touchdown here in the first half. Really, I guess maybe the surprising number, Dylan Sainer, 2 catches, like 43 yards, a touchdown, and then a huge catch on a fourth down that we thought was going to get called back. He's got the one receiving touchdown. Leighton Smith has a 3-yard catch, and Elliott Chamberlain really coming up big, 3 catches for 28 yards. Ryan Morrell in the first half, 6 out of 9 for 74 yards and a touchdown. For Gravette, as we mentioned, Cedric Duarte with 18 carries, 87 yards. They've run 30 plays in the first half. He's touched the ball on 18 of them. Hey, guess what? Guess who's getting the ball? Receiving-wise, their leading receiver is Martinez. He's got 2 for 22. Kyler Bunch, 4 out of 6 for 33 yards passing. It's been a weird first half. 19-7 at the half. Prairie Grove tries a trick on a 2-point conversion that, it's something they hadn't shown on film before. Yeah, you give it a shot, but those are points that you may need later on. You know me, I like getting the points. So
absolutely. Well, I think what happened with Prairie Grove in the first half is they were opportunistic today.
Yeah, very.
Because what happened in the first time they had the ball, they were snuffed out -4 yards on our first series. Gravette got the ball, drove down somewhere around the 35, 30-yard line, somewhere in that neighborhood. And then they got there was a intercepted pass that Leighton Smith took from our 20 down to their 20.
Yeah, that was a big. That was a momentum shifter at the time, and a big play that got Prairie Grove kind of going. But to use a boxing analogy, styles make fights. Gravette just wants to. They just want to slug it out with you. They're going to make this ugly. You're not going to get a lot of big plays, and really, for Prairie Grove, their big play weapon, Bobby Cat, isn't Bobby Cat. He just doesn't have the normal get up and go, and that's obviously hurt because there's been a couple of plays where he's had room where normally he would hit the gas and boom, he's gone.
But you can just tell he's not 100%.
Yeah.
And the other time that Gravette had the ball, drove down to that same neighborhood. That time they got a 5-yard penalty, which started them first and long, and then they did not get much on the first play. Then once they were 2nd and 14 or 13, Prairie Grove able to stop them again, and then able to drive. And so that was our second drive was probably our most sustained, although this last drive we had the big play to Dylan, and
it's just weird. It really
doesn't feel, honestly, it just doesn't feel like we're up 19-7.
No, and if you can, Gravette's going to get the ball to start the second half. If you can get it doesn't have to necessarily be a 3-and-out, but if you can get a stop with no points and get the ball back, midway through the third quarter and put something together and get a sustained drive and get points on the board, you've made this very, very difficult for Gravette. I mean, let's be honest, Gravette is not a throw it around, launch it all. They can't get points in a hurry unless it's Cedric Duarte with his legs.
Yeah, and what could happen in the second half if we could get that kind of one more score lead and force them into a passing game, all of a sudden there'll be a little more pressure on Mormon. You'll be able to, you'll have somebody kind of spy in there watching for a draw, but they'll probably put Duarte out in the slot. And
Prairie Grove's had a lot of trouble there in the first quarter getting lined up, and they're marching a linebacker out, usually Cole McClellan, to Duarte's side, and splitting the difference between Duarte and the tackle. The seam routes are there. I don't know how confident they are that Mormon can get it to them, but the passing game is there if they want it. It's a question of whether A, they want it, and B, they can do it, and that's you're playing with fire when you're not doing what you do best.
Well, again, it's 19-7 Prairie Grove. We're going to take another commercial break, and we'll be back after this.
Prairie Grove All Sports Booster Club represents our kids' sporting events grades K through 12. Like us on Facebook and follow us at Prairie Grove Tigers. If you'd be interested in helping out the sports teams with a monetary donation, please visit their website at pgboosterclub.com.
Life can come at you from a lot of different directions, and you need to be prepared with the proper insurance. Let John Galligan of the Galligan Insurance Alliance make sure that you, your loved ones, and your home and all that's near and dear to you is properly covered. You see, the Galligan Insurance Alliance is an independent insurance agent and allows him the flexibility to shop the very best policy at the very best price, and this gives you the coverage and the peace of mind that you need at the rate that fits your budget. It's the best case scenario when it comes to covering all that is near and dear to you. Check them out on Facebook or drop by the website GalliganInsuranceAlliance.com. And you can always call 479-282-0605, 479-282-0605. The Galligan Insurance Alliance.
Carmart of Northwest Arkansas. Come on down and see why Carmart continues to earn the repeat business with so many customers.
Love God, love others, and serve others. The simple motto of Prairie Grove Christian Church. Whether it's supporting missionaries in Japan, or on the Ivory Coast of Africa, or doing mission work in Guatemala, or building homes in Mississippi or Alabama, or the fun for the entire family of Upward Basketball, you'll find the members seeking to show our love for God through our love for our neighbors. If you're looking for a church home, we invite you to experience PGCC firsthand. We have convenient service times with services on Sunday at 9 and 10:30. And trust us, we have plenty of activities for the kids. Prairie Grove Christian Church, serving Western Washington County and beyond. Love God, love others, and serve others. Prairie Grove Christian Church. You just bought that first home, or maybe the first new car, and you want it properly covered. Think Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence. Or maybe you just welcomed into the world that little gift of a child. You want to make sure that their future's secure. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Let's face it, you want someone local, someone that you know, someone that can be by your side when you need them to be there. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Home, life, auto, RV, boat, motorcycle insurance. Think Mark Spence, your local Shelter Insurance agent. Call 846-2999. That's 846-2999. Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence proudly support Tiger athletics and activities. For over 100 years, the Luganbuhl name has served the area of Prairie Grove with honor and integrity in a family's most dire time. 4 generations of excellence in service. All aspects of caring for your loved one are handled with tender care, as well as with the honor and dignity they deserve. The type of service, the monument, every single aspect is handled with that special Luganbuhl care, including the opportunity to work with them on pre-planning. If you have any questions, please call 846-2141. That's 846-2141. Lloyd Wayne Luganbuhl, Stacy Luganbuhl, J.C. Dobbs, or Dwayne Cunningham stand ready to continue that Luganbuhl tradition. For more information, they invite you to visit their website, luganbuhl.com.
Okay, we got about 3 minutes before we start the second half. Zach, what do you think is going to be a key here to start the second half?
First drive, offensively for both teams. We were just talking about it. If you can get a score and hold your opponent, for Gravette, that makes the game really interesting, and you've got momentum. If you're Prairie Grove and you can hold Gravette, get the ball back and score, you put a lot of distance between yourselves and the Lions. And frankly, they're just not built for rapid comebacks. This isn't a team that's going to take it, throw it 80 yards, with skill. It's going to be luck. If they're, if they're winging the ball around here in the second half, we're in good shape. For Prairie Grove, you got buckled down a little bit. Let's see what kind of adjustments they're going to make defensively. It feels so strange. I mean, they feel like, offensively, Gravette did what they wanted. They only had 138 yards and scored 7 points. So Prairie Grove has played very well inside the 20s. They've managed to keep Gravette out, and this is this is a big time. I'm still waiting for Jack Stone to show up. We've called Reed Orr's name a lot. We've called Dakota Hutchinson, that third guy, and that three amigos that I talked about in the pregame. Jack needs to start to assert himself a little bit here in the run game. And with Duarte, if you can make him make a cut before he gets to the line of scrimmage, you're going to be fine. It's when he gets to the line of scrimmage with a full head of steam that's when problems start.
Well, I thought Prairie Grove actually did a really good job on Duarte in the first quarter, and really about first part of the second quarter, and then the last couple of drives, he kind of stepped it up a notch.
His long run is 15 yards. He had 4 last week over 60. So, they're doing a good job. As I mentioned to you, they've run 30 plays total. 18 of them, he's carried the ball. So, guess where the ball's going? On over half the plays, 11's got it in his hands. And, if you're Prairie Grove, I think you sell out to stop him and make somebody else beat you.
I think you're right. I think that is exactly what you need to do is say, hey, look, okay. But I will tell you, Soleil's not a bad running back himself.
No.
But make him beat you.
Yeah, if I'd rather take my chances with him, and for whatever scouting you do here, they run to the right almost every single time. Down here on the goal line, they're on the short side of the field. They're still running to the right. They're running behind the two big offensive linemen. They very rarely go left. So maybe you make a change there. Maybe you flip-flop defensive ends. We'll see what Coach Laird comes up with. He's been very good at second half adjustments. Against Farmington, he was fantastic. That defense after that first quarter shut everything down. So we'll see what goes on here. Prairie Grove's going to kick off to start the second half, and send the defense out there.
Well, we need a good kick to start. They've been getting good field position.
Boy, we miss Landon Allen. Boy, we miss him. Just in extra points. We're 1 out of 2 tonight on kicked extra points. That makes them 7 out of 11 on the year. No field goal attempts. When we had Landon, a 47-yard field goal was an option. So it is what it is, and hopefully Prairie Grove will get it. If we can get a quick stop here and get the ball back, I think we'll be all right.
Well, the teams are making their way out here to start the second half. Tigers going to kick.
I've been searching for the word all during halftime. It's just hard to describe. The word is flat, and it's not just Prairie Grove. It's everybody. There's just not a lot of feeding frenzy to this game yet.
Well, I think the most that I've seen is when on the drive from Gravette, the Gravette fans really got into it on that. And whenever they had Prairie Grove kind of stop, like they may get the ball back, and then when Prairie Grove had the big play, then that's when it's like the air went out of the balloon.
Yeah.
I think that score before the first half is going to be a huge factor in this game.
I think you're right.
This looks like Galden's going to kick here.
Maybe trying to get a little distance
Matthew
here.
Galden to kick. Not a bad kick. It's going to go at about the 20, but he catches it on the run, and he's going to get it out to the 35-yard line. I saw Disney in there and several other Tigers helping out on the tackle. Look like Huckabee also in there on the tackle. It's going to be right at the 35, so we're going to spot it. First down and 10 for Gravette. Very important drive for the Gravette Lions. An important defensive stand this time for Prairie Grove. Let's see what can happen here. From the shotgun is Mormon. He has Duarte as the back. Duarte's going to go, cuts back, and there no gain.
Yeah.
If he got anything, he got maybe a half a yard. That was Dalton or Blake Falk. Second down, and he may have got a half a yard there. It's going to be 10. Just starting the second half, 11 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter, so just getting started. Plays coming in, and this time Mormon's going to go right under center. Man, look how far back. He is almost 8 yards deep.
Yeah, it's the pitch. All
They're
right.
going to fake it.
Oh, and look who's there. Nice play.
And nice
Cole
job.
McClellan.
McClellan is there for the sack back to the 25-yard line.
I think that's one of the adjustments is Cole's not trailing that play as much. He's going for the quarterback. Wow, that's a huge play.
Reed Orr also back there with him, making sure nothing else went past him.
Brahma Bull.
So now that is 3rd down and 20.
And this is very, very, very uncomfortable for Gravette. This is not where they want to be.
Well, I think you can send a little pressure right here and have somebody. There you go. And now they're going to go. That's going to be hard to get to.
Yeah.
And that's going to bring a 4th down. And so Prairie Grove got exactly what they needed. They needed the 3 and out. And not only 3 and out, they lost 10 yards. So that was a very good defensive stop that time for Prairie Grove.
This is saying that the punt return game has been rough is being nice. Half a dozen fumbles on punt returns.
Well,
secure the ball.
I think here with this kind of field position, I'm not even sure I'd try to return because of the troubles I don't know. I don't know what they've worked on this week. Bobby Cat, who normally is back there, is not. You got Disney back. And a good punt.
Get away from it.
Probably a smart move just to get away.
I mean, unless you can return it cleanly, get away from it.
Well, the Tigers will start 1st down and 10 at their own 37-yard line. So Prairie Grove got the stop we talked about at halftime. Zach.
Couldn't have dialed that up better. That's a perfect start. Now the offense has to complete the deal. You get points out of this drive, even if it's a field goal. That's putting some distance between you and Gravette. Gravette is not comfortable throwing the ball, as we've seen.
Especially if we could march off 3 or 4 minutes here in the meantime. 10:28 to go here in the third quarter. Prairie Grove's first possession of the second half.
3 wide. I think this is Eli on the trap.
There goes Eli Lopez. Lopez going to pick up about 6. Like that play, Zach.
Hey, you spread them out. You create a number situation inside the box and get yourself some free yards.
6 yards. And Eli Lopez has had a very good game.
Hang on a second. I'll get that for you. 10 carries, 61 yards, 2 touchdowns. And he's got 61 of the 87 yards rushing for Prairie Grove.
And as we mentioned before, you can tell by now Prairie Grove.
Look at this mismatch at the bottom of the screen.
5 wide.
Look at the mismatch. Just throw it to him. Just throw it to him. Oh, Ryan. Bobby Cat is. Oh,
they're going to get pass interference there.
You know what? They faked the screen, and Bobby went to block, took off down the sidelines. I'll tell you what.
Bobby's got a little limp to him. I just watched it.
Coach Absher said it's tender, and he's gonna limp. So hey, we'll take it.
Well, that's going to be 15 yards for Prairie Grove that will get on the pass interference call.
Now let's see how many yards they actually mark off here. Oh wow, we got a 16-yard penalty out of that.
We'll take it.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Ball 1st down and 10 now in Lion territory at the 41.
I don't think it was a really egregious pass interference. I think he just got him with the stiff arm just before the ball
was there.
He just got a little piece of him.
Interesting call on that 2nd down and 4 last time. There's Eli Lopez. Nice blocking up
Tell you
front.
what, that Prairie Grove offensive line is starting to take over.
That was a nice hole there. Eli Lopez never went down.
They absolutely killed Gravette on that trap last year. Same sort of thing where you're spreading everybody out and then they would just hand the ball to Nick. Now it's Eli. Same sort of situation.
7-yard gain that time, so now it's going to be 2nd down and 3. Prairie Grove likes this 2nd and short.
Yeah,
at this time, we got 3 plays to get these 3 yards.
We're taking our time getting the plays in.
9 minutes to go. Don't want to get a delay of game penalty here.
1 and 2 yards here, puts you in the 3rd and short. What you don't need is a penalty.
Eli again. Ryan keeps it.
Man, he's shifty. He's not Jacob shifty, but he's hard to bring down.
Are they going to mark him at the 30?
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
I'm not sure how they came up with that, but okay. Well, it's a first down.
Well, we'll take the first down. First and 10.
Keep going.
8 minutes, 35 seconds to go here.
This is starting to look like a really, really effective drive. You know, another couple of plays, if you can punch this thing in, take another 2-3 minutes off the clock, you're going to make life really, really difficult.
Now, wow.
Yeah, Boyd got beat. But
Bobcat, give
yes,
him
sir.
6! Give him 6!
Wow.
Give him 6!
Welcome back. You know, to quote Eminem, guess who's back?
Guess who's back? Back in town. You set me up. I had to take it.
Yeah, well, you didn't really take it.
Give him 6. Give him 6.
I think you just said a lot about yourself. Without really saying anything, you said a lot. Bobby Cat, hello.
Boy, nice pass that time.
Yeah,
by Morrell.
beautiful, beautiful pass. Ryan's, you know, very quietly having a heck of a night. 7 out of 10 for 104 yards.
Going for 2 here.
Eli. Yeah.
Eli Lopez not going to make it.
Man.
Boy, we've had a hard time on our conversions tonight, but it's 25-7. 8:15 to go, and Prairie Grove has stretched that lead to 18 points, and at least 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions still won't catch it.
That I don't care if it was 6 or 7. That's a huge drive because you just sucked the air out of this building.
Well, another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco. Let's go to break. 8:15 to go in the third. Prairie Grove 25. Gravette 7.
For over 100 years, the Luganbuhl name has served the area of Prairie Grove with honor and integrity in a family's most dire time. 4 generations of excellence in service. All aspects of caring for your loved one are handled with tender care, as well as with the honor and dignity they deserve. The type of service, the monument, every single aspect is handled with that special Luganbuhl care, including the opportunity to work with them on pre-planning. If you have any questions, please call 846-2141. That's 846-2141. Lloyd Wayne Luganbuhl, Stacy Luganbuhl, J.C. Dobbs, or Dwayne Cunningham stand ready to continue that Luganbuhl tradition. For more information, they invite you to visit their website, luganbuhl.com.
Okay, Galden to kick again. Matthew Galden to kick. It's kind of going to go right, almost the same place he did last time, right about the 20. And a little running room this time. And now Gravette's going to start the ball at their own 43, so good field position this time for Gravette. Wasn't a bad kick, not a good coverage that time for the Tigers.
You know, the coverage this year actually hasn't been that bad. I know they've had some issues in the past, but this is probably the ball game here if Gravette doesn't score. You know, the Tigers are coming.
And Duarte, he gets not a bad run. He's going to pick up about 3 yards, so it's going to be 2nd down and 7. And we're under 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Prairie Grove leading 25-7.
Well, we got an injury here to the right tackle. That's their power side. I mean, they don't run left. Yeah, they've gone down considerably in size.
And then they go to the left. Boy, he worked hard. He got 3 more, so it's going to bring, well, maybe got 2 more. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for Gravette. Gravette probably going to go for it if they don't make it.
This is probably the ball game here. If Gravette can't convert and they give the ball back to Prairie Grove after 3 plays, and you know the way the Tigers have moved the ball the last 3 times. You know, you're playing with fire here, and they're going to spread out.
Look at this. Oh, my gosh.
Come on, guys. All right, now Eli's over there. They're going to go bubble screen, and Eli's got it. Nice play, Eli Lopez. He read that from the start.
Soleil, he loses, and it looks like Gravette's probably going to go.
Really?
No, here comes the punting unit. They're going to punt the ball.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Well, the reason I said that is Mormon stood on the field there for a bit and looked there at the coach, and now they're going to punt.
We were going to have to have an intervention there. Is that Elliott? Yeah.
I think here, let it bounce.
Get away from it. Get away from it. There you go. It doesn't matter.
Punt's going to go.
Possession's more important right now than anything.
Well, now you can run a little clock off, get out of this third quarter here. This is where you want to run some clock.
This is, could you script a better start for Prairie Grove here in the second half? I don't think so.
No, and if I was going to write the rest of the script, a nice 88-yard drive here would even
that'd make you happy, wouldn't it?
That would make it rocky too.
Yeah. Gravette -5 yards here in the second half.
Prairie Grove is
already 1 touchdown on the board here, and they're starting to grind.
Blake Falk. Look at Blake Falk. Blake Falk.
Oh,
Blake Falk up, gets him out of trouble there up to the 43-yard line. And probably not bad with Bobby on a normal night with that play right there would have gotten. But with his injury, I think Falk's a good option right now.
And with all due respect to Dalton, who I love, Dalton caught one
Blake?
of my. No, I'm talking about Dalton.
Oh, Dalton. Okay.
Dalton caught one of my favorite touchdowns of all time against Nashville back in the playoffs in 2012. Baby Bro is pretty dang good. Baby Bro is he's getting there.
Well, that first play, a 30-yard gain for the Tigers, 32 yards actually, and now Prairie Grove got a little room to work with. Now here comes
Sam Dodd.
Sam Dodd. Look at Sam's got a little room. Sam Dodd cuts it. Oh, going to get a penalty. Sam Dodd gets it down to the 22.
Good run.
Where's it? If it's from the spot of the foul, it's not going to hurt us too bad. I mean,
did they fumble? Oh, wow.
So the penalty will be a decline unless it's. I think he stripped. I saw him do the kind of the grab and strip there, which was a great play. Well, at least we turned it over in their 20, not ours, Zach.
Yeah, that's it's not exactly what you want, but
this may be their worst starting field position of the night. They've had good field position all night long.
Yeah, they really have. With 5:37 to go, I mean, a score here, makes this a game again. If Prairie Grove can get off the field again, things are good. Now they are trying really hard down here to keep this guy near the sideline so nobody sees him. They had some sort of gadget play.
Prairie Grove's going to take a timeout. Let's take a timeout with them. With 5:37 to go, Prairie Grove up 25-7.
Let's face it, life's moving along at a faster pace these days, and every now and again you find that one stop that allows you to catch your breath. That one stop that reminds you of the good old-fashioned values. The one stop that hand dips their ice creams and makes hamburgers to die for. The one stop that can furnish you with propane and pizza and everything in between. And they usually call you by your name and ask you about your family. Well, that place in Prairie Grove is Frederick's One Stop, serving Prairie Grove since 1975. They say, go Tigers!
$25-7, first down and 10 for Gravette, ball at their own 20.
They're coming right.
Mormon going under center. Here comes the pitch.
Yep, there it is. Get him. There you go. One guy slows him down. Next guy gets him.
Wow, there you go. That's what you got to do. If
and
you
I'll tell you what they did. When they lined up in the eye, they went to almost an unbalanced.
Who's down? Is that Sam Dodd?
Yeah, it looks like it looks like an ankle, but they overshifted on that line to the right side.
It's his back. Pulled something in his back.
He was dragging Duarte down. And he kind of went down awkwardly.
But a 5-yard loss, and with that pitch, if Sam had not done that, Duarte had a little bit of time. He could have beaten that pursuit. But Sam Dodd slowed him down enough, was able to get some help, and about a 4-yard loss in the play, and Gravette's now second and long.
Second and uncomfortable. That's just not what they do. Yeah, he's all right. He just came down awkwardly as he was pulling him down.
Yeah, you could see
got
it.
Caught up underneath
but I saw him go to his back. He said he went and he pointed at his back, and he even went there again.
Who'd they bring in for him? Cole's still out there. There's Reed, Dakota. Looks like Eli's going to draw. No, Not Eli. Who's going to drop into his spot there? Boy, these numbers are tough.
Yeah.
It is just really, really tough with these numbers.
Second long.
Yep, here they come. Right. Everything's to the right.
And there
Great
he goes
tackle.
again. Nice tackle.
Eli Lopez.
Eli Lopez again. Look at that. Under 5 minutes to go now. And
I mean, I hate to belabor the point here, but every running play is to the right. And I think in Prairie Grove's picked that up. Eli was unblocked.
And the only time they didn't is when they brought in the substitute.
Yeah. I mean, Soleil went to the left. But now you're 3rd and 14 here. This is, this is take care of the football territory. And I'm guessing here you're probably going to see some sort of play action pass.
Well, I don't even know if it'll be play action. They may just go straight from the shotgun. And
I think their whole passing game's predicated off Duarte. It's going to be, I'll bet you anything, it's a play action pass of some sort. Yep, there you go. Told you. And it's to Duarte.
He's out of bounds.
He's short.
He's short of the first down. He's close, though, Zach.
That's a good play.
It really was very well designed. Good call by you. Let's bring up 4th down.
He got a good spot.
But he's short.
Yeah, he's short. Well, I'll tell you what.
They're thinking about going for it.
They're definitely thinking about it, and they're going to go. No, here they come. They're going to punt. It's a smart move at this point. I mean, you don't want to give up the ghost yet.
I mean, you're
fake, punt
yeah,
safe.
Here,
yeah,
you want to be in punt safe, and that's exactly what we are. We're going to let the ball drop.
That's fine. Elliott needs to be 10 yards off the ball, and we're just going to play punt safe. Yeah, there it is.
Fumble.
Football.
It doesn't matter. He didn't get it.
Yeah. You know, that's the same play they tried 3 years ago. Same play. And Prairie Grove had it snuffed out. The minute they went punt safe, they should have just called it off.
And you could hear Coach Laird all the way from here. He is a good, 70, 80 yards away from us. And that kind of call, I don't know. But you could hear him, play defense.
That's that's putting your defense in a real tough spot here.
Well, now Prairie Grove with just 4:01 to go here in the third with a short field. You got to remember, we fumbled the ball at their
21, yeah, and now you're basically giving them the ball there, and
it's as if the penalty never happened or the fumble.
And you could put yourself out of the game here.
And now he's going.
Oh, and he's got him.
He's got him.
Elliott
Give
Chamberlain.
him 6. Give him 6.
Well, hey, I love the call. Aggressive call.
And
love it.
And Morrell hit him, and that's going to be pass interference, I believe, on Gravette. Give him 6, and it's 3:55, and now Prairie Grove is up 31-7.
I just, from a football standpoint, I didn't like the fake punt. I mean, if you're going to go for it, go for it. Give the ball to Duarte. Why are you going to let a lineman carry it? That's just, just me. I've only played Madden. I don't know anything more than that.
I don't know. You sent me a video of someone that made a nice little quarterback run.
Well, it was like in slow motion, wasn't it?
Prairie Grove going for the 2-point conversion here. Morrell rolling to his right. Got a little room.
Where's Dylan? Oh, did he catch that? Well, we got a penalty. Let's see what we got here.
Well, it's on us.
I don't think so. I think we may have holding in the end zone. Yeah.
Okay.
Holding in the end zone on the receiver. I think it was Elliott on the backside.
Oh, looks like we can get.
Yeah, we're gonna.
This first inclination, I saw the.
Here's an idea. Let's go 4 wide and just throw it to the 6'8" kid. I mean, I'm no genius, but.
Or just move him out here by himself.
Yeah.
See if they're going to give, even if they give double coverage.
And
it's okay.
tell him it's going to him. You send all 11 over there.
Now I think you'll go with Eli here.
From a yard out? Oh, yeah.
31-7, Prairie Grove. Now with a comfortable lead, and still Reed Orr unable to do it. Still unable. Prairie Grove struggled on this 2-point conversion. 31-7, 24-point lead. Still 3. Zach, that's still 3 touchdowns.
It is, and that's a good place to be. If they're going to give you free points, take them.
Agree. I'm not so sure. Another touchdown, by the way, sponsored by PG Telco. Let's take a break. I'll come back and make a comment after that.
Life can come at you from a lot of different directions, and you need to be prepared with the proper insurance. Let John Galligan of the Galligan Insurance Alliance make sure that you, your loved ones, and your home and all that's near and dear to you is properly covered. You see, the Galligan Insurance Alliance is an independent insurance agent and allows him the flexibility to shop the very best policy at the very best price, and this gives you the coverage and the peace of mind that you need at the rate that fits your budget. It's the best case scenario when it comes to covering all that is near and dear to you. Check them out on Facebook or drop by the website GalliganInsuranceAlliance.com. And you can always call 479-282-0605, 479-282-0605. The Galligan Insurance Alliance.
He's kicked it, Zach. He kicks it right at about the 20-yard line. And this time,
we got a little hop. That works. The 14. Uh-oh.
Man, we haven't had a problem too much this year, but tonight we've not done exceptionally well on the covers. Not terrible there. That was Jacob Glover on the return. He gets it to the 37. And, Gravette still only down by 3 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. Then, they couldn't ask for a worse start. I mean, they've been outscored here, 12-0 here in the third quarter. And, a touchdown here and a stop.
Oh, well, touchdown, 2-point conversion. Now, all of a sudden, you've got a whole quarter to make those 2 touchdowns.
Prairie Grove's made some nice adjustments here defensively, and they're slowing this thing down. Eli.
That may be the first tackle Eli's missed in open field tonight.
In a year. It's been a long, long time.
Gravette's going to try to speed things up a little bit here.
And, I guess we should remind folks that Eli's coming off a broken leg.
Now they're going to go to Duarte to the right side.
I mean, it's not.
Elliott Chamberlain on the tackle, but not before he. They're going to measure here. Someone's down for the Tigers. Get a close-up of that and see who that is. Shiloh starting the second half up 47-7 on Huntsville.
That one had gotten away. Lincoln was up. P. Ridge was up big on Lincoln.
Well, it's a four-team race, and after tonight, it may be down to 3.
For the Tigers, this is the gauntlet. You're going to play the top 4 teams in the conference, basically, or top 3 teams in the conference in a row. So, let's get out of here and get this one sewn up and head to Shiloh, which is nice. Which is nice because it's only about a minute and a half from my house.
Well, I'm still, even though we have the lead 31-7, I'm not at a comfort level here.
No, but I think they've opened things up a little bit offensively. Bobby got involved, and you took Vanilla to Eminem and just ruined that for everybody.
You shouldn't have gone there. And I apologize to everyone listening for losing myself there for a moment. I just got into the Slim Shady mode there.
I understand.
Couldn't help it. It's going to be second down in inches. Second and inches for Gravette. 3:27 to go here in the third quarter. If you're Gravette here, why not take a shot?
No, I think that's where they're headed. I think they've got to try and spread Prairie Grove out to create room for Duarte. I mean, that's what they've thrived on.
And they may go Duarte here.
I think so, to get the first down.
Now they're going to go. They got a chance. Going to go. That's there. He
dropped
it.
That. Yeah.
He dropped it.
I don't know. I just that seems to me like a high risk kind of pass. You're throwing the ball over the middle. You haven't thrown it real well all night. Get the first down, get a new set of downs. I mean, I know it's third inches here.
That quick slant, though, has been – they have not taken advantage of it. It's been there. Now they can go to Duarte. And if Prairie Grove was to find a way to stop here with this –
it's going right. It's
third
going
and
right.
inches. Going right, and it's going to Duarte.
The question is, now what you got to be careful here is you got 3 receivers down here at the bottom. Make sure you got your guy.
Under center is Mormon
To the
going to
right.
pitch. He's got the first.
Unbelievable. To the right.
He runs hard. He runs hard, Zach. No
He
question
does.
about that.
He is a tough kid to bring down.
And this drive has been quick. They started, I think, with 3:37. Only about 20-something seconds have gone off the clock.
We've had so many stoppages. But this is where they've broken down on a number of drives, is when they get inside the 20.
They got Duarte in the slot.
Yeah, they're going to take a shot sooner or later with him.
Mormon on the carry. Under 3 minutes now to go here in the third quarter.
And, hey, if they want to gain, 4 or 5 yards at the time and the clock's still running, that's fine with Prairie Grove. I mean, that, right now the clock's our friend.
Clock's our friend, and this is where Prairie Grove, a nice stop here.
Yep, to the right.
This time Soleil's inside the 20, and Gravette has another first down. 2:29 to go here in the third quarter. Gravette, 186 yards. They had were they at 130?
138 at halftime, so this is certainly their most sustained drive of the second half.
Going to go. And
Nice play. That was Reed blew that one up.
Blew it up early. And a nice second effort there by Duarte, and he's going to pick up about 2 or 3 yards.
He's getting the second effort. Ryan didn't. I don't know. But, I mean, if they want to take their time and run the ball, and, that's fine with Prairie Grove. Take your time. To the right.
He's got a little room.
Yeah, he does. He's gone. Nope, who caught him? Whew, nice play. And Elliott, yep.
Elliott Chamberlain drags him down, but not before he gets close to the 10. It's going to be third. Well, they're going to spot that about the 12. So third down and 3, a minute and a half to go here in the third quarter.
Like
the 2-point, if they score, Zach, the 2-point conversion will be big.
Yeah, it'd
because
be huge. It'd get you back to 2 scores.
If they don't make it, it's still 3, and Prairie Grove doesn't lose a lot with that. So third down and 3. First down.
Tell you what, Reed had a shot there, and he guessed wrong on the gap. He had a chance to blow that up, and he went through the wrong gap.
Now Gravette's inside the Prairie Grove 5 down to the 4. And it's going to be, just inside the 5. So a minute 15 to go. Gravette trying to punch one in here before the end of the third quarter. If I'm Gravette, it's 3 times with Duarte.
Oh, sure. Yeah, to the right.
He doesn't make it on this one.
He's now carried the ball 28 times for 118 yards.
4.2 yards a carry.
I mean, the numbers look good, but it just hasn't the explosion I think that they were expecting just hasn't been there.
Well, by the time they may, if they don't score here, it may go to the fourth quarter. Here they go. This time it's going to be Soleil. He's going to get in there.
Yep.
Good hard run. He's going to get in with 28.5 seconds. It's 31-13.
Oh, good. Cowbells.
I feel a little at home with that.
Yeah.
We got fireworks going off. 31-13. This is a big 2-point conversion.
If they can get the 2 points, it gets back to 16, and then it's 2 scores and 2-point conversions, which is still, I mean, the odds are long, but
doable.
But doable.
Yep. Now, and Prairie Grove probably needs to look out for possibly even an onside kick. It wouldn't. They don't need it.
They're going to take a timeout,
and they should. Let's take a timeout with them. 28.5 seconds to go here in the third. Prairie Grove up, 31-13.
Love God, love others, and serve others. The simple motto of Prairie Grove Christian Church. Whether it's supporting missionaries in Japan or on the Ivory Coast of Africa or doing mission work in Guatemala or building homes in Mississippi or Alabama or the fun for the entire family of Upward Basketball, you'll find the members seeking to show our love for God through our love for our neighbors. If you're looking for a church home, we invite you to experience PGCC firsthand. We have convenient service times with services on Sunday at 9 and 10:30. And trust us, we have plenty of activities for the kids. Prairie Grove Christian Church, serving Western Washington County and beyond. Love God, love others, and serve others. Prairie Grove Christian Church.
All right, 28.5 seconds to go.
I guess we should say hi to Logan Bartholomew. He's watching tonight. Probably from the comfort of an indoor facility that's warm.
They're going from a Wildcat with Soleil, or no, I'm sorry.
Ugh.
Oh, missed. That
Man,
was.
why? I don't get it. Just a
That's
very curious play.
Well, Zach, that probably was a big miss because now it's still 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if they make
3
that
scores
yeah.
and a couple of 2-point conversions, I mean, you just really, I don't know. When you get in those situations, get the ball to your best player. I don't care how you do it, but get it to him. Yeah. And I think when you've got a talent like Duarte, you got to get him the football. Now, you made the point earlier, you have to watch for the onside kick here.
Yeah, well, if they had made that, you definitely wouldn't need it. Here, possessions, Prairie Grove. Now, even if it's Prairie Grove, you don't get a first down, you're gonna run off a couple minutes off the bat.
Prairie Grove right now, clock is paramount.
Well, Prairie Grove, we had that feeling at halftime. The stats were fairly even. Prairie Grove did kind of dominate the third quarter with 304 total yards now to 205 for Gravette. Gravette's last drive was really the only sustained thing they did in the quarter.
And they're under 100 yards there in the quarter. Prairie Grove went for over 160.
And that drive there, Zach, was only about 57 yards.
They're set for something. I mean, they got one guy deep and 10
he
guys
needs to come up. He needs to come up a little bit though, because that can drop in there and not be in a good place. And they are going to go ahead and kick it deep.
Kick it. Who is that? Blake. Yep.
Nice tackle, number 4, Michael Olvera.
Yeah, Blake's just got to take that and go north. You're not. No offense to Blake, but he's not the fastest guy on the team. Just go north and get what you can out of it and move on. But for Prairie Grove here, 23 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Well, this is the thing is that does is that you don't want to turn. I mean, I don't want to jinx this here, but this is where you can't make mistakes when you're inside your own 20.
2 hands on the ball. Everybody, ball security, to quote Bob Davie. Ball security is very, very important right now. Punt's
You're
not
quoting Bob Davie?
Hey, look, I'm stretching for anything at this point.
Prairie Grove needs to get this off, and I imagine we're going to see Mr. Lopez, Eli Lopez, that is. And then look at Eli. He eludes a couple tackles there. Still picks up 3 or 4 yards. Well, we'll go to the fourth quarter with Prairie Grove leading 31-13. We'll be back for the fourth and final quarter after this.
Looking for free checking that isn't free of extras? It's as easy as finding your nearest Arvest bank. Our free blue checking comes with lots of features, including free online and mobile banking, and the ability to deposit a check just by taking a picture of it with your smartphone. And since it's from Arvest, you'll have the freedom of more than 240 locations and 7-to-7 banking. You shouldn't have to pay for convenience. Switch to free blue checking from Arvest Bank.
Okay, we're back for the fourth and final quarter. Prairie Grove's going to have 2nd down and 7. Ball at their own 19. Leading 31-13. this will be one of those games, if Prairie Grove can hang on, Gravette will go back and think, gosh, we could have done some things differently tonight.
There were opportunities there in the first quarter to really, make this difficult. And Prairie Grove, to their credit, has just kind of hung around.
Well, the thing is, to their credit, is the way they started that third quarter. I mean, with the big sack and then an immediate score and then holding whenever Gravette went for it on third and a big play.
I'm pretty sure at halftime Coach Absher wasn't handing out orange slices and juice boxes. I'm sure there was that there was a talk.
Morrell keeps.
That'll work. Bobby out to they'll give him the 22.
Boy, that was a dangerous pitch.
And now here, you're going to have about a 3rd and 4.
Well, going out of bounds doesn't help. 3rd down and 4, and Gravette wants to stop here, and it's 31-13. We need to get this play in.
I don't think if you're throwing, it's at 17.
Yeah, I think you keep it on the ground. If you don't make it, you punt. I mean, they still got to score 3 times. And they knew Lopez was getting it. They blew it up immediately, and Lopez going to go down. Really no gain on the play. Several of the Lions bringing him down there, and he may have even lost a step on that. So it's going to be 4th down. He did. He's going to lose about a half a yard.
That's not the way you wanted to start the 4th quarter.
Well, the 3rd quarter was Prairie Grove. Is Gravette going to try to establish himself here in the 4th? They're going to get good field position. They'll get it probably on the Prairie Grove side of the field. So 11:20 to go in the ball game. Prairie Grove 31-13. It is a good snap. Got plenty of time. He's going to get a good kick. A very good kick. Returnable.
Nice play. Eli
Lopez gets him back to the 40. And he timed it perfectly. It was a good job there by Lane Martinez. But Eli Lopez timed it perfectly. If he had been there a tad bit quicker, he may have got a penalty. He had it right there, able to knock him down.
Well, you mentioned, getting the ball on the Prairie Grove side of the field. That'll flip the field a little bit. Great punt by Cody tonight. 2 punts, 39-yard average. They came in averaging 25 yards a kick, but this is a big drive. I mean, you can't give them a quick score.
11 minutes to go in the game, and a screen. They got room.
Yeah, they got.
And he's.
Oh my gosh!
He's going to get. Elliott Chamberlain's going to get a headshot.
Yeah, he's going to get the penalty. That is a vicious hit.
He hit him too high. I don't know who that was, but he's probably done for the night, Zach. I guess I can get him for hitting to the head. Is that what they're going to
get? They're going to get him for targeting. But wow. Elliott got a it was Glover, I believe, 42. Boy, hope that young man, he got his bell rung.
Number 42, that is Jacob Glover. Coach Harrelson had screaming out the number. But did they? I don't know what the rules are for high school. Are they out of the game? Do they miss another game, or is there a penalty?
I'm not sure what.
Do what? Coach Grass.
Let's see here.
Okay, let's go ahead and go to commercial. Let's see
If
what
you're looking for America's most dependable, long-running, full-size truck, then you're looking for the Chevy Silverado, and you'll find a fantastic selection.
penalty here.
For what? For what?
I don't know what the second penalty was.
Huh.
But that moves the ball quickly down. That was actually a 45-yard gain with the penalty, Zach.
That is that's tough. I don't know what the second penalty would have been for. Unless it was, you know what, they might have got him for was an unsportsmanlike.
At the end when he jumped
after the
around.
hit. Yeah, they might have got him for that.
Looks like he's out of the game.
The ref's talking to Eli, explaining it to him.
Well, this could be a quick score. They're going to give it to Soleil. He's tripped. I don't know if Elliott's out of the game. I'm going to assume that he is with that targeting, but I don't know if he misses any more or what.
Yeah, this game's getting a little chippy.
2nd down and 9.
It's going right. No, they're going to come to the left. Amazing.
But still, there's going to be 3rd down and 5. Duarte to the 10-yard line of Prairie Grove. 10 minutes to go. There's enough time, Zach. There is enough time.
And Prairie Grove's got to put an end to this. You know, hopefully get a stop here, make it 3rd and, you know, make it 4th down, and then.
Well, when they get the ball next time, they have to have a drive.
Series.
They have to have a drive. Last time they went 3 and out, and now Duarte, the eye back, and we're going to have a timeout. Something going on here.
I think we got an equipment issue with Cole.
And is that Sam Dodd coming in for Cole?
Yeah, that's Sam coming in. Shiloh up 54-7.
9:52 to go. They're playing Huntsville.
All right, now here you are in the I formation. Pitch play? What do you think?
He's got a guy wide open.
Yep, he sure does.
He's got 2 guys open, and it's a touchdown. Nice play.
Corner on that side.
Gravette's not going away. Lane Martinez.
Hold on. We got a flag down. Yeah, I think we do. Ineligible man downfield.
Ineligible man downfield. They had 2 guys wide open.
Prairie Grove caught a break.
Boy, they really did, and now that's going to back it up, and that's going to bring up. That's a 5-yard penalty.
It's
now
bigger
3rd
than a
and 10.
5-yard penalty.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes 6 points off the board.
So.
Wow.
And he had 2 guys open, Zach. 2.
And he waited just a little bit long to get rid of the ball. He had Soleil in the flat, and he could have dumped that off immediately.
But now it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Gravette has really shot themselves in the foot many times tonight. And now Norman.
And if you're Prairie Grove at this point, I mean, are you really honoring any sort of run fakes? No.
But you got Duarte wide open. Well, look, that's going to.
You can't have that.
Nice catch. Nice catch.
I mean, he beat 2 guys.
And a nice catch and a very good play there. That was, I believe, that was 15. Derek Pruitt, I believe. He had Duarte open as well.
Yeah, he had. I mean, Prairie Grove's pass defense was not good on back-to-back plays, and a lot of that may have to do with Elliott just being out of the game.
Well, they're going to go for 2 here. They're down 12. They got enough time to score 2. Prairie Grove's going to have a drive here to knock some clock off.
They're taking a long time getting this in. Yep, they're going to burn a timeout.
They had to use a timeout. And time is going to be critical here as you go down the stretch. I don't know if that's their 2nd timeout.
They're down to 1.
They're down to 1 timeout, and time is – I don't care if they do stop Prairie Grove 3 and out. Time is not going to be their friend down the stretch here. Well, let's take a timeout with them with 9:38. Prairie Grove with a 12-point lead, 31-19.
Carmart of Northwest Arkansas. Come on down and see why Carmart continues to earn the repeat business with so many customers.
Okay, back for the two-point try. Gravette looking to the end zone.
Jeez, I mean, no good. What? Wow.
31-21.
Wow.
Well, now that brings a little life. You talked about everything was kind of flat, and even though Prairie Grove's kind of had the lead, they've been flat. Now Gravette's got a little life. They're seeing 9:38. They're only down by 10 points. And Prairie Grove's going to need to do something this possession. They're going to need to knock a few minutes off. They need to sustain a drive. If they go 3 and out again,
we're white knuckling all the way to the end. Now Prairie Grove's going to play for the onside kick again, which really pinned them deep the last time, but not the sharpest they've ever been.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that wasn't a catch, Zach. You may feel differently. I thought he may have drug his foot.
I think he had 1 foot out of bounds and 1 foot in bounds.
But I don't know the timing of it.
I'll say he was out of bounds. I'm biased.
Okay, here we go. So late a kick. They're going to kick it deep.
Good kick.
Need to get it upfield. Just get it upfield. Protect the ball. Gets it to the 25. Knocked out of bounds by number 15, Derek Pruitt, who caught the touchdown. 9:34 to go. Prairie Grove leading 31-21. They had a 31-7 lead.
Yep, they've coughed up. One bad drive kind of pinned them back.
Think of this, Zach. If they'd got that other 2-point conversion a while ago, they'd be 1 touchdown down. So
yeah, and I mean the 45-yard penalty hurt, or the 45-yard
right
catch and penalty that hurt. And like I said,
I don't know that he was targeting as much. He just went to make a good hit, but he hit him. He hit him high. Here's Bobby Cat.
Yep. Boy.
He just doesn't look like himself, Zach.
No, he really doesn't.
Boy, we need something here. It's 9:20 and.
Well, I think it's maybe time to go back to Dylan. I mean, he's been the big play guy all night. There isn't a matchup for him, and I know you want to work the clock here a little bit, and you'd sure like to get better.
You need a first down. You need 1 first down out of this.
You'd like to get more than a yard on first down.
I think it'll go wing back. Nope. Going to pass the ball. That's pass interference, and he still catches it.
Yep. And you're going to get a
first down from that.
It's 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, correct?
I believe so, but
I mean they're all over.
Yeah.
And Dylan's still catching the ball.
Let's see where they're going to spot it from.
Gravette's done a nice job here in the fourth quarter, taking away Prairie Grove's run game, which was going up and down the field in the third quarter.
Let's see where I'm not sure where they marked this from.
I think it's a spot. It's from the.
But it might be a 5. I don't know if it's 5 or 15 from the spot.
Well, I don't know if you can have mugging, but that's what they were doing.
Oh, they were all over him.
And he still caught it. I mean, Dylan's so big and strong. I mean, you could have 3 guys on him. It's not going to make a difference.
The coach is begging for. Well, they're trying to mark it. I'm not sure that everyone knows who you're. Let's see. They're going to mark it. Head referee here.
I don't think. Well, what do you got? Pass interference.
Pass interference
on
there.
The defense.
Declined.
Oh, they're going to get the personal foul. Okay.
Roughing the passer.
All right. So what they'll do is they'll take the pass play to Dylan.
Wow.
Okay. That's what they were discussing.
Well, it took a little while, but that plays to Prairie Grove's favor. So now Prairie Grove, 8:44 to go. And what Prairie Grove doesn't want to do here, they don't need to be in a hurry.
No, absolutely not. Ryan's got to be really aware of the play clock. Once they start the clock, you can wind it. This is where, remember Robbie Absher was really good at this.
Why? I'm not.
Why is the clock? I don't know.
Eli Lopez pounds away about 4 yards.
And for Prairie Grove, that's a perfect play.
Yeah.
Eli now 14 carries, 80 yards.
8:28 to go in the ball game. Prairie Grove clinging to a 31-21 lead. Want to get this thing under, definitely want to get it under 6 minutes or more. And a touchdown here would probably seal the deal tonight. But you'd want the extra point there. Stretch that out to 17. There's Bobby Cat. Bobby Cat.
Now that looks like Bobby Cat.
A little more like Bobby there. He's going to get forward progress. He's still going to be probably a tad short. See where they're spotted. He's going to be just a little short.
Is he?
3rd down and a yard. 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. Prairie Grove on 3rd down. Big play here. And boy, they got to get this play off.
You better hurry. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Go inside.
Yeah,
Depends on the
got
spot.
It. He's got it.
A healthy Bobby Cat, that's a 10-yard gain.
Yeah.
I don't. They're going to have to.
I think it's a 1st down. If it's not, it's chain links. I don't have the best angle on it, but
I don't think he got it, Zach. I think he's short by a few inches. I hope I'm wrong. And I am wrong.
1st down.
Thank goodness.
Boy, by the nose of the football.
And
we will take it.
That's a good thing, Prairie Grove. Now 7:06 to go in the ball game. 31-21. Now the ball on the Gravette side of the field. I just don't. I still want to know what the rule is on Chamberlain if he'll be back for next week. I wonder if he must have got ejected from the game.
I think he's coming into the game now.
Is that him?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
You're right.
That's
So
Elliott. Yeah, so he's. I don't think he was called for targeting. I think he was called for a personal foul.
And then excessive celebration or something
Exactly.
else? That has just been slow development every time tonight. We're going to lose a yard on that.
I don't know why you go to that now.
Second down and a yard. We just had that play is just not. We've had that play for years.
Yeah.
That play is worked for us for years. And I know
That play
last year was Bobby,
yeah,
but even back 2009, 8, 11, you know, all those times back in there, it's always been a good play for Prairie Grove. This year it's just been slow to develop.
Boy, we're under 10 here. We haven't broken the huddle yet. Boy, they are right up against this. They're going to throw. Well, that
Big
works.
Dylan Sainer. Look at Dylan go. Big Dylan inside the 10. He fumbled the ball. He's going to be down. He's going to be down. And Gravette's going to go nuts on this. They're saying he's down.
Well, that'll make up for the 2-point conversion. Tell you what, Ryan, that was a nice ball. It was high and right in Dylan's wheelhouse. Ryan, 10 out of 13, 170 yards, 3 touchdowns.
He may have his second 200. Well, he won't pass too much more tonight, I don't think.
I'll tell you know what, Ryan to Dylan's been the best, the best weapon we've had all night. Dylan, 4 catches for 81 yards.
Down to 5.5 minutes to go, Prairie Grove.
This is Eli time. There you go.
Eli Lopez gets it down close to the 1.
I'll tell you what, that's a huge play. If Prairie Grove punches this in here, they're going to score with under 5 minutes to go, make it a 17-point, hopefully a 17-point
Well, I think
game.
you got to go for the extra point. I mean, the 1 point.
For a game that was really disjointed at halftime, I mean, it's really turned out to be a heck of a second half. I mean, Gravette's, I guess, outscored Prairie Grove 14-12, pending, whether or not we can punch it in here.
There's Bobby Cat.
There
Get
you
Bobby
go.
Cat 6. Bobby Cat punches it in, and now a very critical extra point. And we're going to go for 2 again. I don't – unless they just don't have faith in the extra point, because why would you want to this still makes it two
where
scores.
Lou Holtz would go, I right, Y high. This is the tight end. Fake it to the running back, go to the tight end on the post. Well, there's that, and you can give it to Bobby. That'll work.
Bobby works, and it gets it in there. Bobby Cat. 39-21. That's a 18-point lead. Another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco. Let's go to break.
If you're looking for America's most dependable, long-running, full-size truck, then you're looking for the Chevy Silverado. And you'll find a fantastic selection at Everett Chevrolet right off of I-49. But right now, they're excited about the totally redesigned Tahoe and Suburban. If you're looking to move your small team around, you can do it in style with Everett Chevrolet. And you'll also find 2 of America's favorite sports cars there, the Chevy Camaro and the Corvette Stingray. New or used, you'll find it at customer-friendly, family-owned Everett Chevrolet, I-49 and Elm Springs Road in Springdale.
Galden getting ready to kick for the Tigers. 4:47 to go in the game. Prairie Grove up 39-21.
Shiloh, by the way, 54-13.
And the kick fielded. He kicks it. He's consistent where he kicks it. Oh, nice hit. That was Zach Laird or Zeke Laird.
Zeke, love that guy.
Zeke Laird with the tackle, and they'll start 1st and 10 at their own 31. This is now they have to go quick, Zach.
Yeah, they
they had Prairie Grove missed. Well, even now there's even with 2, even if you had to score twice, you had to go quick. So I think and they run the ball. I know he's going to be close to 1st down. They got a heck of a spot. Good grief. Oh, my gosh. They just –
I'm not sure.
That was one heck of a spot.
I think he was down at the 40, and they moved it forward 2 yards for him.
That's all right.
I don't know.
That's fine with me. Clock's moving. .421.
You can't have those big gains here. You want to make them earn it all the way down the field. The Prairie Grove corners are just playing really soft coverage. They're not even tracking him. Hey, they got that bubble screen if they want it. We're going to try it. Oh.
Reed Orr hit him first.
We got, looks like Zeke's down. Is that Zeke?
No. That's
Cody Hoskins.
Hoskins.
I'm not sure why they're trying to run here.
Clock's moving.
That's all right. Duarte, 31 carries, 135 yards. He is going to be a tired young man tomorrow. And the thing that Gravette's kind of shot themselves in the foot with, they only have 1 timeout left.
372 to 269 in total yards. So
Prairie Grove did a nice job in the second half. We talked about the adjustments, and Coach Laird made some good ones. They're coming with a throwback.
There is nobody over here.
Nobody there.
Nobody.
Yeah,
Zach, you know what? I know you've talked a lot about going to the right side all night. That set up a heck of a play to the left side.
Well, I mean, Soleil was the slot receiver, and nobody followed him.
3:13 to go. They will definitely try an onside kick if they score here. I'm almost positive of that at this point. They only have one timeout left. Now Duarte, he's hit.
Boy.
Breaks the tackle. He's in the end zone. And Gravette's not going to go away tonight. They are going to fight to the end. Down by 12. They'll probably go for 2 here. 39-27.
You didn't park over in that lot over there, did
No,
you?
I didn't.
Yeah, the fireworks are a little low. Well, you know they're going to go for 2, and you're going to get the onside kick here. And then, you know, if you can recover the onside kick, I mean, the game's over. But, I mean, here they are again. Same formation.
Going to roll to his
Same
left.
play they used the last time.
This time in and out of the hands.
And that makes it a 12-point deficit.
$39-27. Bit of an entertaining game.
Yeah, I mean the second half were 20-20. They basically played to a standstill. But this is probably big play of the game. You're going to get the onside kick. Prairie Grove's got to recover it.
Well,
I still, and I go back to the third quarter when you ran the fake punt. Why?
I mean, you
gave away 6 points.
You think about that back then, but you go back also. Gravette wasn't moving the ball that well.
No, they weren't.
And I mean, they've moved the ball so much better. I talked about the fourth quarter. They've kind of, Prairie Grove had the last score, but before that, but Gravette's kind of, it's been their quarter. Prairie Grove had the third.
Yeah.
Gravette's kind of had the fourth. They've got to do the onside kick here. Wouldn't surprise me if
this is going to be one of those ones right up the middle. Yep. And they got it. Nobody moved.
They got it.
I mean, that's terrible.
It went 10 yards.
It went 10 yards, and nobody from Prairie Grove went after the ball. Nobody.
They got the onside kick, and Gravette's got a little life. Gravette's got a little life.
That's just bad.
Well, 3:07 to go. They've got time. Now can Prairie Grove's defense is going to have to step up. The onside kick is made.
Nobody on that hands team moved towards the ball.
One thing you have to do is on an onside kick, you can't wait for it to come to you.
Yeah, you've got to go. You got to attack the ball.
They've got to score twice. They're going to go. They're going to try to get. There is Duarte in and out of his hands.
Eli.
And Duarte's down. Oh, he gets up. I'm
He's
glad
all
to see him. He's a good, hard. I'm very impressed with Duarte. He's an excellent football player, and he runs the ball extremely hard. He's always churning his legs. Even when we've hit him in the backfield tonight, he's churned his legs hard. He's made 5-yard losses, 2-yard losses. He's made 2-yard gains, 6-yard gains. I mean, he's run the ball hard tonight. Clock stops. 3:03 to go in the ball game. Gravette's got 3 receivers here to the left. Pass open. They are.
I mean, nobody in the Prairie Grove secondary right now is reacting. Nobody.
2:58 to go. Gravette keeping this thing alive.
Prairie Grove's on their heels, and if they don't come up with a stop here, they've got a real problem. There it is.
Oh, look! He threw it right to Disney.
Is it Disney?
Just go down.
Is it Disney or Huckabee?
It's
Huckabee.
It's Huckabee.
Oh, wow. Jameson.
You know what? He threw it right to him.
Yeah, he overshot his man.
2:43 and with one timeout, Prairie Grove really, Zach here.
Wow. I mean, that's a big play. Huge play.
It was Huckabee.
You got 2:43 to go here, and they have one timeout left, 1 first down, and this is over. We can get out of here.
Well, you go ahead and make them call their timeout. They're going to go to Eli Lopez here. You're almost sure of that.
Oh,
and they knew it.
Somebody's got to throw a block.
Well, they knew what was going, and coach calls his timeout. So now it's 2:36 to go. Gravette, I think tonight they will go back and they will think we let one get away.
Yeah, they certainly will. I mean, they had chances in the first half to make this. I mean, they could have gone in. They could have gone in up at halftime.
I mean, Gravette has more first downs. Prairie Grove has more yards tonight, and will, assuming they're able to run out the clock here. Well,
and Prairie Grove's not played very well here in the fourth quarter. They've made a lot of errors.
They won this game in the first 6 minutes of the third quarter.
Yeah, they did. They got their lead, and they've sort of sat on it. And, like my favorite coach said, you win by 1, you win by 100, you still won. But this fourth quarter's not been a clinic on how to play onside kick defense, pass defense. Their tackling's gotten sloppy. They got lucky here. Jamison in the right spot at the right time to make the interception, and they're probably going to get out of here. But there are some things that got to get corrected before next week.
Well, yep. Coming up at the end of the game, the Everett Chevrolet Player of the Game. We'll have to name one. I'm
leaning towards Jamison.
I might be leaning towards Dylan as well.
Well, yeah, there's that.
There's Bobby Cat. He's man.
I mean, this is. I guess from a tactical standpoint, the clock's running, which is what we want, and I'm sure Coach Absher would tell you, hey, the clock's moving.
Well, and they haven't even started in 25 seconds. So it's going to be, by the time we snap the ball, it'll be 1 minute and 50 seconds, and they can't stop it. And then we'll have another. It'll be down to 1 minute and 20, and they have to score twice. Third down and 16, and they've just been able to bring the house. They know we're going to run the ball. And
oh, my goodness gracious. It just –
that's when you fall off.
He had it. The play was there. You just put the ball on the ground, and, the play was there. I'm not saying it would have gotten the first down, but you could have gotten a few more yards out of it. And if you're Prairie Grove, maybe you take a delay here, or maybe you take a timeout with a second left on the play clock. Don't rush yourself. If you're really feeling good, run a fake.
Well, they'll be coming after it, and Prairie Grove's not going to care here. Is that Bobby Cat punting?
No, it's Cody. Get rid of it. Yeah, and we're going to get a roughing the kicker.
They're going to say he tipped it.
No, he didn't.
That was Bobby Cat.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I thought that was Bobby Cat back there.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not so sure he did tip the ball, Zach.
I don't think he did.
Because of the trajectory of the ball.
Yep, that's the game. There's the game.
We'll cut to commercial here while they work on the player there. Well, no, let's stay with it, guys. It looks like he's going to get up here. Let's just stay with it. 59 seconds to go, and now.
And if you're Gravette, you really didn't have a choice. You had to go after him and had to take the shot at it. And, you almost got there. Gravette fans not happy. Wow. Okay. There you go.
Well, like I said, I didn't think he did it because of the way the trajectory of the way the ball went. But he could have tipped it, and even so.
There is no need to run a play.
No.
It's victory formation.
You take a knee and
2 snaps.
That's. Well, that's going to do it. And even the Gravette fans, even if they got the ball, if they thought they were going to score twice in 59 seconds, it's not impossible, but not probable.
Why are we sending in a play? We're just running the victory formation. There we go. Okay. Whew. Had me worried there for a second.
Well, here we go. 59.4 seconds. Morrell will take a knee. And Prairie Grove will go to 2-0 in the conference, but it was a hard victory earned tonight. And I tell you, Gravette, I was impressed with their tenacity.
Yeah, they played well, and like you said earlier, they're going to kick themselves. And Prairie Grove didn't play their A game tonight. I mean, there's no question about that. They, not 100% healthy, didn't play their A game, and they weren't sharp.
But they got to
get out.
I'm going to tell you something. They're going to have to be ready for next week, and their passing game. If I'm Shiloh and I've seen some of the things I've seen with the pass defense tonight, and Shiloh throws the ball a lot. Now we're down to 20. This will be the final play of the knee, and that's going to do it. Whew. And now as we come to the close, Zach, our Everett Chevrolet player of the game.
I'd go with Dylan. I mean, how many times did he bail us out on a touchdown pass, a long pass here in the fourth quarter on a fourth down? Dylan tonight 4 catches for 81 yards. Actually, I should update that. Yeah, 4 for 81 and a touchdown. But just
he made the timing of those.
Very timely catches.
And I would say the play of the game would have to been Huckabee when he had the pick there.
Yep.
Play of the game. Our Everett Chevrolet player of the game, Dylan Sainer. We're going to go for some quick stats here. And, Zach, as you go through those, and then we'll talk about next week, and we'll call it a night.
Tigers roll up 367 yards tonight, 170 of that through the air. Ryan Morrell really had a nice night tonight. He was 10 out of 13 for 170 yards and 3 touchdown passes. We have surpassed our passing touchdowns from last year, just a note. Leading rusher tonight, obviously Eli Lopez, 16 carries, 88 yards. Gravette tonight, 324 yards total offense. That was led by Cedric Duarte, 32 carries, 145 yards. He did score twice. And, as you said, probably the star of the game, Dylan Sainer, 4 catches, 81 yards, timely catches. 3 of those were just really big catches.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to do it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Just one more thing to add on. The conference winning streak now at 16. Last loss here at Gravette in 2011.
Well, that conference streak goes, as you said, to 16. Next week, that conference streak will be on the line. I think next week is I won't say it's for the conference championship, but it's going to definitely have a major say-so in who does win it.
It's the 2 big dogs, and they'll be getting together at what do they call that place?
Field of Champions.
Whatever.
Field of Champions. That's where we'll come to you next week when Prairie Grove plays Shiloh Christian Saints. We want to thank our East Lab students, Miles Lowe, Christian Dowdy, Austin Horstein Cunningham. For Zach Arns, I'm Lynn Gregson. Have a great night. We'll see you next week from Shiloh Christian Saints.